Warm greetings from the High 10. It's Everyday Shenanigans. Thanks for joining me. This topic is a very broad topic, and I will include all conversations pertaining to the baby daddy. This is the man who refuses to pay child support. This is the man who will not work. This is the man that favors other women's children in relationships, will take care of other women's children while being with other women. This is the man who refuses to marry any of his baby's mothers. This is an all-inclusive topic pertaining to the negativity pertaining to the baby daddy. Either he's a baby daddy and or you were married to him. You lived with him. Either way, he is a daddy of your children. So all subject matter pertaining to the negativity of the baby daddy will be discussed, as I have said. Why hasn't he married any of the baby's mothers? Let's say he's got 7, 8 baby mothers. Why not marry one of them? Why are you not paying child support? Why do you owe back child support? Why are you going to jail for violation of paying child support? What's the problem? They're your children. You made them. What is the problem? Laying up with other women who have children, and you favor her children over your own children. You spend time or spend your money. Come on with it, Queen. He will spend his money on another woman's child, but won't even spend money on his own. And also the guy who pays child support who doesn't see his children because he chooses not to see them. Not because the child doesn't want to see him, and not because the mother's trying to keep the child from this man to see his child, but he has decided, I'm going to do what is expected of me by law. Let's know, required by law. I pay the child support, but I really don't want to have anything to do with the child. Stay woke. I was on a YouTube channel's post earlier. I believe her name is Gossip Girl. She had a very interesting title. She was talking about Neo, an African-American musician who asked his first wife to get her tubes tied, but now he is with another wife, and now they're on baby number 5. Imagine that. Feel free to go on the YouTube queue to get the said information. My guest is Miss Whodunit. She will be joining us. Feel free to hit the link to join the discussion. But before I get started, I want to play an update pertaining to Russia and Ukraine. The crisis is at a very dire situation. In dire assessment, Pentagon calls Russian troops ready to go now. This is by the New York Times, uploaded 5 hours ago. In its most dire assessment yet, the Pentagon said on Wednesday that 80% of the 190,000 Russian troops and separatist forces in or near Ukraine are now in combat-ready positions, and that a full-scale military assault is most likely imminent. I will play you some brief commentary, and then we will get into our discussion. This is to keep everyone abreast of what is going on right now overseas. If you have any family over there, I will be praying for you and your family that's over in the Ukraine. This is something brief I'm going to play. I was trying to find something that's been uploaded recently. Hold on, you go. Let's see. Hold on 1 second. German ambassador to the U.S. says West is united on Russia-Ukraine crisis.
Of Ukraine. I want to bring in Ambassador Emily Haber. She is the German ambassador to the United States. Welcome, Ambassador. Russian President Putin still says he is open to dialogue while sending tanks into Ukraine. What is your take on where things stand now? Is diplomacy still on the table?
He has closed the door to diplomacy when he took the decision to recognize the 2 Ukrainian breakaway republics, Donetsk and Luhansk, and moved on to recognize them. Thereby, he actually buried the Minsk agreements, which he had undersigned and which the UN Security Council, of which Russia is a permanent member, had endorsed. That made blatantly clear that the diplomatic effort, that he has treated the diplomatic efforts of recent days and weeks like a charade, like a Potemkin village. So now we are in an entirely different situation. We've seen a massive shift of the geopolitical landscape, and this is why my government, the German Chancellor, has decided yesterday to halt the certification of the Nord Stream 2 process. The security environment and the geopolitical landscape has changed, and that required a change, of course, on our part.
Obviously, no one knows what President Putin is thinking, but what kinds of military scenarios is Germany preparing for?
That's very difficult to say at this stage. We have noted that not only the Duma has authorized the use of military troops in the breakaway regions, but also the separatists this evening have called for support. So we are very concerned that the situation could escalate, and that what we've seen as the beginning of invasion is actually continued. For that case, let me make that very clear. We have adopted sanctions. As of today, the EU, in lockstep with the United States, have taken very hard sanctions directed against everyone in Duma and the administration and the public sphere that was involved in the decision, including the actors in the two breakaway republics. But should Russia proceed with the invasion, we'll proceed as well, and we'll respond to escalation by an escalation of these sanctions. And that will be unprecedented and the toughest sanctions imaginable at this stage. And here again, I must underline, the US, the EU, the UK and other countries are working hand in glove. What Putin has not achieved, and he probably has expected to achieve, is to produce fissures among Western allies to exploit. That was not possible. We are united in our resolve and our determination to push back with full force.
And as you mentioned, German Chancellor Scholz announced a halt on certifying the Nord Stream 2 gas pipeline. Is Germany working to change its reliance on Russian gas in the short and long term?
The present energy situation and the rising prices and Russian readiness to exploit this for its own political gains has certainly hammered home the message and the realization that we need to work on the energy mix and that we need to diversify.
Do you believe President Putin's pledge to keep supplying gas uninterrupted to Europe?
We have no indication to the contrary, but we have seen in the past that he has not gone beyond fulfilling the treaty by the letter. He has not done what you normally do in a situation of rising demand, and that is responding to rising demand by rising exports.
Romania has said it's preparing for 500,000 Ukrainian refugees aside from Germany's NATO alliance. What humanitarian aid is Germany preparing for?
Well, here the observation is in place that Germany, since many years, has been the largest donor of civilian assistance and humanitarian help to Ukraine, and will continue that. As far as the refugees are concerned, this is a grave concern, but we have mechanisms in the European Union and among member states to deal with that collectively, and we're preparing for that.
Ambassador Emily Haber, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. Woo. That is the Germans giving their assessments. This is a very wicked situation. I don't understand Mr. Putin saying that he is open for chatting. If you were open for chatting, sir, you would not have had those troops going into those said lands. You would have done that beforehand. You've had ample enough time to talk to whomever about trading over there into uncharted territory where you have not been invited and nobody sent for you. You're doing what you want to do because that is what man has been doing since the day We learned of sin. You did what you wanted to do because you could. Now for the discussion. If you are a baby daddy and you're listening to the Queen first time, feel free to hit the link and join us and give us your assessment of what it's like to be a baby daddy paying child support. I'll engage. The topic tonight are the negativities pertaining to the baby daddy. The baby daddy that won't commit. The baby daddy that won't marry a baby's mother. He has several baby mothers, but he has never married, not one. The baby daddy who will lay up with another woman in a house with her said children, but will not provide for his own children. The baby daddy who won't even see his own kids, not because the child or the mother doesn't want to engage with him, but it's because by choice he doesn't want to be bothered. The baby daddy who refuses to pay child support, go to work. The baby daddy who's behind on child support payments for whatever reason, goes to jail, stays in jail, gets out, starts the process back over. You keep owing the state, the said mother, current, rears, whatsoever, it's all the same. It's money owed. What is the problem? That's tonight's discussion. Hello, who done it?
Good evening. Hello to you, Queen. Hello to the chat. Hello to the mods.
What you got to say?
You got some interesting topics going this evening. Baby daddies that are bad baby daddies.
And for the record, I wanted to bring the Moab situation, but I decided to do that. I'll probably do that tomorrow during the day. There is new developments pertaining to the double homicide that took place late last summer, and I will bring you that content tomorrow. So thank you all for joining me. Go ahead.
Yeah. Sorry for that. I love the subject tonight because I think that it's one that affects. It doesn't only affect the mothers who are raising, the single mothers who are raising kids and doing all the providing.
Hello, everybody.
But it brings attention to the deadbeat dads out there who don't want to do what they're supposed to do by law, and who are getting in trouble for doing it, but still. A lot of, like you say, a lot of shenanigans going on out there as to why they will not support their very own children.
Frugal, hit the link if you want to give us your testimony pertaining to your situation with the father giving back 29 years of back payment. Frugal says he settled because he wanted his passport back. So obviously, where they live, they take passports as well. So please tell me the state that you live in where they take the passports. I hadn't heard of that.
Me either. Interesting.
Well, he must got a little money. He got a passport.
All 29 years at once.
I mean, because you know the average Joe ain't got no passport because they ain't got a damn driver's license. Shut up, Queen.
Well, what's Rag saying? Okay.
Rag says, literally, I just had to call my baby daddy for the first time in 2 years because he's not paid and taking care of other women's kids, not his. Well, that's the topic tonight. Okay, Frugal says she's in Southern California. Fanny, hit the link if you want to give a brief testimony pertaining to your ordeal with getting your back child support, 29 years. I can only imagine what the dollar amount was. Wow, interesting.
Come on up, Queen, don't bite. I bet you've got an interesting story to tell.
Raised in Southern California. I just been talking about Tony to this guy, man. I was singing that song to him all day, like, it rains.
And baby daddy, baby daddy wishes they all could be California girls.
Ooh, Lord. And did he have some baby daddy stuff? Baby mama stuff, rather. I said, damn, that's the problem the Queen ain't got. Thank you.
Right.
I tell you, when I listen to people tell me their problems, all I can do is give thanks. Thank you, Jesus.
Yes.
I don't got that problem. That's
right.
My life really is kosher. I ain't got half of the stuff these folks got going on. Thank you, Jesus.
You don't have to worry about that.
Yes. London says, I'm waiting on about 20 years worth back time. He's a granddaddy now.
Oh, my word. The law, I don't know why that something can go on that long without some kind of
okay, Linda says her daughter's not getting it because her 3 children because he's getting SSI. But remember, I brought you content pertaining to the whale situation that there is a part of the Social Security that they will go in and seize money.
A portion of, yes.
I can't remember which one it was, if it was the people that get disability or the regular SSI.
Right. Well, I can understand maybe a lapse because maybe somebody lost their job, a guy lost his job. Okay, so let's put a time limit on that till between when you lost this job and when you get your next one. So, okay, that's maybe an understandable reason. I was reading a little while ago about some of the reasons men give.
$15,000. Fanny said she settled for $15,000 for 29 years worth. That ain't nothing.
Wow.
Especially depending on what he how much he's worth, what he had. Because I mean, for you to just go in your bank account, pull out 15 racks, you got a little change. Because that's not chump change. I don't give a damn if you make $100,000 a year, $50,000 a year. 15,000 just go in your bank account and give to somebody, even though it is for your child, but still just to pull it out and you ain't been paying, you got some money.
Yeah, what's up with that? Yeah,
that's jacked up.
Yeah, I read that some don't want to pay because they feel like the judge made a mistake and they got hurt feelings about about the whole situation, so they kind of bow up and don't pay.
Okay.
And others don't agree with how the wife is spending the money.
Yes. Sparkland's got an interesting comment. Her stepbrother just got a $10,000 inheritance, and every cent is going to the 6 ex-baby mothers. He isn't getting 1 cent, thankfully. Wow. Frugal said it doesn't work. His sugar mama paid. I wish. Oh Lord, have mercy with the past. Wait a minute. Ooh.
Who knew?
Off this chair.
Who knew that was coming?
Wait a minute. I wish the hell I would give another baby mama $15,000 of my money. What the hell has got to do with me? That's your problem. Oh, Lord. Somebody pass the queen a drink, please.
Cocktail time. Margarita time. Today's National Margarita Day. Don't forget.
Oh, Lord.
We may need it.
I wish in the hell I would ever go in my...
It ain't.
Oh, my Lord Jesus! Somebody, please! I'm dead.
These people need prayer.
Somebody, he don't work. His sugar mama paid it. I'm not getting ready to give nobody no money for your child support. You owe that. That's your responsibility.
I think that should be made clear on the first date. Got any kids? You owe back child support. You expecting me to pay it? I'm done.
And don't look. And I ain't trying to be funny, but don't bring them in here for me to take care of, because that's something to talk about too. Get it with a man that's got children that's young. Ooh, Angela, don't testify before the court. You ain't got no lawyer. That's something to think about. You already settled in your life. You living. You meet somebody that's got a small child. Just imagine now that if it ever got serious with that person, you are now getting ready to possibly be a stepmommy to a small child, and maybe you're not in a place where you want to be that person. It's not that you don't like children. It's just that you've already lived.
Correct.
And if you meet somebody right now at my age and they have a small child, I have to tell myself it probably wouldn't work, because I don't want to be obligated to any children. I don't want to be obligated to any small children. I don't want to. I've had some friends tell me that you're not going to want to be mothering nobody in your 50s. I probably won't.
No, you won't.
Yeah.
I can tell you.
And if anything ever happened to the parent, the mother, and the man gets custody of the child, you have to think about that too. You have to think about all those types of things when you're dating somebody with small children.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know, London. I already heard a crazy story earlier from somebody. Lord have mercy.
Rags said, ain't no man good enough for 15 grand.
Well, 15 grand ain't nothing.
Yeah, but it's something. If she gonna have to pay it, if Rags has to, put the bill, he's gonna have to be real good at quite a few things.
Yeah, well, I think she's not referring to the person in the chat who said that's what they got.
Well, gotcha.
9 years.
Yes, right. Yeah,
crazy.
She's coming back to say, he ain't good enough for that.
Lord,
ain't no baby mama paying that.
Well, I ain't trying to be funny. I know ain't no black baby mama about to give up no 15 racks to nobody.
Well, no.
And they ain't trying to be funny, but
no.
That's a lot of stilettos. Bye, Felicia. Eyelashes. Come on, Queen, bring it to me.
Them Via's
Look.
figures.
That's a lot of eyelashes, hair weave, wigs. Come on, Queen, bring it to. Woo, that's a lot of trips to the nail salon.
That's
Bye,
right.
my question.
You ain't giving up your bling for that.
I sure like.
Bye bye. Say
You give
goodbye.
me 15. Let me tell you something right there. You give me 15 racks. YouTube might be sitting here and that ain't even a whole lot of money, but y'all be wondering where she at, honey. She done got lost and fell somewhere and bumped her head.
Yes, ma'am.
If I just bump my head for 2 weeks, I'll be out of commission.
For real.
I'll be done spent that money. That money be somewhere for word to cause.
She gone.
Yes, Lord. Ooh, Satan.
So there's a lot of women out there hurting about this. So, my hat's off to those of you who've been through this, had to put up with it, had to suffer through it, and had some deadbeat daddy on your hands. That's a shameful thing. Shame on them. Shame on them.
Because what the father doesn't seem to understand, or baby donor rather, is that a whole life has been produced. No matter how of what the circumstances were that the child was conceived, whether it was just sex or whatever, short dating, whatever, a marriage, it's still a whole person. And it's a whole person that didn't ask to be here. And that's what everyone needs to understand about rearing children. They didn't ask to be here, just like you didn't ask to be here. So you ought to show some respect to your children.
I agree.
I do not believe in this. Let's just start with the obvious. Going out here making multiple children. Let's stay on that subject.
Okay.
Multiple children, multiple babies' mothers. Why? And not marrying one of the baby's mothers. Why? Why not?
How to deal with a Romeo? Is that what you mean?
Honey.
Yeah.
No, I said a baby daddy.
A baby daddy.
A horror.
I don't understand.
She missed that.
Yeah, I did. I don't understand men who do that, who have multiple children by multiple women, don't care for don't do anything for any of them. Like he's simply a biological father, and that's it.
Just a donor.
Yeah, he's just a sperm donor, but some men don't seem to be connecting that to, hey, this is my responsibility. I brought this child into the world, and I owe this child something. And to that point, they seem, if they have an issue with the women who are saying, hey, what about this baby of yours I have? They're like, if they have an issue with the woman, that they settle that elsewhere, but that's still their child. Just because you may not like this woman anymore, you don't want to hang with her anymore, you don't want to have anything to do with the baby, it doesn't mean you need to slight the child just because you got an issue with the mama. If that is in keeping with what the line of thinking you're going down here.
Right. Well, Maxine is saying they lock them up and then it racks up money. Tell me how they can pay in jail. Well, Maxine, it's a flip of the coin on every scenario. The point is, I've told you what you need to do and you're not complying. That's just the rule.
Yeah.
You don't have to like it, but if you don't comply, you go into jail. And that's what they meant. I warned you. I've told you. Now I'm coming with a warrant to lock you up. Yes, we understand that being locked up, you don't get the money. But see, you don't seem to understand the obvious. You're not paying.
Yeah, that's what got you in jail.
You're choosing not to pay. So that means you want to go to jail. Especially if you've been set up a certain amount to pay. Let's say you've been set up a certain amount to pay. You've been paying and then you slack off and stop paying. That is your choice that you decided to stop paying for whatever reason. That has nothing to do with the child. It has nothing to do with the mother. That is your own reasons. Could be selfish reason. So the court doesn't have time to babysit you, to come find you and talk to you and ask you as a psychiatrist, now, Pablo, now why did you stop paying the child support now? No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
They don't have time for that. They come get you. That's the bottom line. And then you work it out with the judge why you decided to stop paying. Because that's going to look really bad if you were paying and had viable income and you stop just because you wanted to stop. And you knew the repercussions for stopping. That's a choice.
Right, right. And you knew what the consequence was going to be.
Yes.
So, and you didn't do anything about that. So, you know, you're where you are because of your own choices. It's not your wife's fault. It's not your child's fault. you got yourself where you are.
You know, I know somebody, they stopped paying, obviously, and naturally they couldn't give a reason. Well, my thing is, you can't give a reason why you stopped paying, and you should know not to be asking nobody for no damn money to help you pay your child support to get your ass out of jail.
Right.
Because that's not my responsibility. That's not nobody else's responsibility. So you can't even tell a person how you got in that situation. Somebody asking you, well, what happened? How'd you get in there? And you talking around in circles like somebody's supposed to be a mind reader. Well, guess what? I didn't read your mind to tell you to call me to ask me about giving you no damn money.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you bold to ask somebody to help you get out of jail when you owe child support. That is the worst time to call somebody asking them for money.
Isn't that the
because
truth?
You got yourself in jail. So now somebody got to dig in their pocket to put money in the rears of your child support bill. How does that work? That's not my problem.
And how are you going to pay that back because you're sitting in jail?
But you're not going to pay it back.
Yeah, of course you're not going to pay it back. The person you're asking is just thinking that I got to give this money away to this sorry loser. So.
I'll be praying for you, honey. Honey says she's been going through chemo and she's been listening to the Queen. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, sweetheart. We will be praying for you, sweetheart.
Yes, we certainly will.
Okay. Sparkler says he has no car, job, apartment. He has nothing, but always ends up with someone taking care of him. Well, Sparkler, a lot of men are like that. That's the whole point of this live is all the negative things that derive from men who refuse to pay, don't pay, late pay, owe in the rears. It's all of it. All of it. Won't choose a baby mama, which is soever. Choose other children over his children. Everything negative that comes with a lame ass baby daddy.
Right. And just kind of a lame ass man, if you ask me, if he's just laying up in the house wanting to be taken care of.
Right.
That seems to be a prevalent thing. We kind of talked about that the other night, but it's sort of, it goes to the subject tonight of men who think women are just here to support whatever they do and clean up their messes and take care of whatever happens.
Clean up your mess.
Yeah. No, thank you.
Look, I got my own tail to wipe. Excuse my language. Therefore, I don't want to wipe yours.
Right, exactly.
But I just think it's sickening, like I said, to be going out here having sexual relations with different women, don't use a condom, and then she comes up pregnant. Then next year, somebody else come up pregnant. Then same year, somebody else come up pregnant. And before you know it, it's 3, then it's 6, then it's 9, then it's 10, or whatever the hell the number is. You need your ass whooped, and they should, I think, put you up on the block. That'll be another live I do. Should either or get snipped, woman or man.
Isn't that the truth?
Make it mandatory by law. You have had a lot of children that you don't pay for, take care of, lost by the state. You need to have your stuff surgically removed. And I don't care if you want to consider that third world behavior. Call it what you want. It's got to stop.
Yeah. Well, somebody's got to be accountable, and if you're out here creating more and more babies that you can't take care of, go ahead.
Well, if you use any type of profanity, they will block your comment.
Yeah.
Hold on, Lord have mercy, I can't even do the live.
That's okay. Take your time.
Well, I was trying to talk. Obviously not.
You had a subject in mind.
Well, it never works out with the Queen. We've learned this.
Hit a speed bump.
It never works
10
out.
minutes in, you speed bump.
Okay, Rag says, okay, Frugal, I'm going to say I haven't deleted any comments yet. Well, I know I haven't deleted any because I've been talking. I haven't even touched the computer.
We can delete our own comments. Is that might have happened by accident?
If you delete it yourself, because I know I haven't done anything. I haven't touched anything.
I wish you'd come up, Frugal, so you could speak your piece and contribute to the conversation.
Somebody, maybe YouTube deleted it. Because YouTube, if I go live through the regular YouTube way without a mod, that computer will delete your comments if there's any type of profanity in there. So maybe they deleted it.
There you go. Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
Well, if you're using the profanity, maybe YouTube deleted because I haven't touched anything.
Yeah. Oh, goodness.
So let's go here.
Okay.
The baby daddy making different babies, still making babies. Let's go on this subject. How about an older man making babies late? Maybe he can afford to take care of them, maybe not. But damn, Why would you even want to make babies late in life, knowing if it doesn't work out with the mother, let's say you were married to her and or dating or living with her, it doesn't work out. You already got grown children. Let's say you don't owe no money for them, God forbid, or you could. Do you really want to be owing now for an infant and toddler and it didn't work out with that mother?
Right. Well, that's a
Queen
you
got
the questions.
everything. I know it, honey.
You can think of more scenarios than I
keep
ever
your legs closed, Queen. We don't have to come up with all these damn scenarios. Just keep your damn legs closed.
Yeah, exactly. That's an easy answer right there. So you're saying this man is older and he's procreating still.
Well, you got men that's older. You do have men that do make babies late, yes.
Yeah. So
what I'm saying is that there's no arrangement with the mother. If you get served papers, why would you want to be in that predicament of now paying for a child when you possibly have children that are already grown?
No doubt. And later in life, why would you want to?
Why would I want to be paying child support in my 60s or 70? Can you imagine paying a child support at 70?
No, I can't. Not if you're, retired and living on a fixed income. Why would you want to cut into that for a child that you not really care anything about? Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
but that's why I just can't imagine that. I can't imagine a woman older having children. Not saying that she couldn't have slipped up and gotten pregnant. She decides to keep the baby, but a man, because this subject is about men, I can't see having a child late in life. I don't care if I married you or not.
Right.
I have to know that with not using condoms, there is a chance that you could get pregnant.
There's a big chance. Yeah.
So that leads me to think you must have wanted a child with the woman. You don't use protection, and you already know you're approaching 50 or over 50.
Men, listen, while you've just said something that I wonder about. Why do men think it's not any of their responsibility about birth control? Why do they think that they don't have to really do anything? That it's a woman's job to take care of the birth control side of things? Well,
that's because those are the expectations that have been put on women. Everything's been put on our backs from day one. From the moment they ate from the tree, it's always been on us.
Exactly.
Everything. Go do this, do this, do this. It's always been put on women. Everything. She's expected to do this. She's supposed to do this.
Yeah.
First time she got out of line, decided, well, I don't want to do this. Oh my God, she's a horrible woman. She's a horrible mother.
Oh yeah. Yeah. She's a controller. And any number of adjectives that are, not very flattering. If a woman stands up to that kind of stuff. So I don't understand that at all. Why any man would want to be old and have more kids.
Right.
What is that about?
Yeah, I don't know. And I find it very odd. I mean, everybody's entitled to his or her opinion and way of living, but to me, I just think that's odd. Okay. You have to hit the link, Frugal. You have to go back up to where Rags has the link and hit the link on your phone or computer, and it'll guide you through.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the woman, the outside woman who takes up with a man that has lots of children and is paying out child support for lots of children in the rears, in the front, the back.
Well, in a case I would run from that. If he's paying out child support to the kids he's already got, and now you want to get with him, and you want to have his kids. That as a woman, I would think
look, we ain't gotta have no children. Could be just I met you, I like you, we dating, but you got a lot of kids.
Yeah. Well, you're looking at the future of being babysitter, carrying people to, kids off to
when they come over,
and
let's
whatever.
Say he don't have custody. Let's say he don't got custody of them. Naturally, a man's gonna want to see his children, allegedly. So they come over on a certain day, weekend, however it goes. Well, you already know you got to work your lifestyle now around the children that visit.
Yes.
That's common sense.
Right.
So let's say somebody had a birthday party, a wedding on Saturday. He gets his kid on Saturday, 2 kids, 3 kids, whatsoever. Now, who's going to keep those kids on his watch?
Right. That's too complicated already for me. I wouldn't do it.
Yeah. I don't want to live like that. And it sounds cruel because, people say, well, he might be a nice guy, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. That's not a life I want to be signed up for. Just like he's entitled to do what he wants. He like putting his penis in other women's vaginas and making children. That was his choice. Well, it wasn't my choice that I have to be obligated to like somebody and they got all these damn kids. because anybody with sense should know he's going to want to get his children at some point. How's that going to work? If you had plans, you want to go somewhere, you want to do something, or it's a weekend, you want to be quiet and lounge around the house. Now we got little children running around, and this is how crazy it can get. If they really little, that's like you got them. I don't care.
Yeah, they're yours.
Shut the door.
Yeah, they're coming over for you to sit in your lap all day, and you get them cookies and Kool-Aid and whatever else. No.
Linda says don't marry them or you can be held responsible, especially on tax return. Well, Linda, I don't know about that because I know somebody that's married to a man with a lot of kids, and I've never heard of her having to pay any money for his child support. I've never heard that. Wow. Maybe in other states, but I don't know if this person here in this state paying for her husband's child support arrears or anything like that.
Yeah. I'm not familiar with that either.
Because those children came before she even married him.
I'd moved from the state. I'd moved somewhere a little more forgiving.
Hey, who done it? Where you been, girl? I'm in Hawaii. How the hell you get way out there? Trust me, long story.
I got gone, girl. I got gone. That's what happened to me. Not out of my wallet. Thank you.
Where was she? On the B train? We go.
Well, she can't be reached. I'm sorry, I'm her secretary. She can't be reached.
Okay. She is. That's the truth. You have to go back up to where Rags. Turn your background down, Frugal. On your phone or computer, and it'll guide you through.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the woman, the outside. Turn everything down, baby. Man that has lots of children and is paying out. Frugal.
Yeah.
Yeah, she got to take her stuff down.
You have to X out of the room now because you're in the studio. You'll be able to hear everything fine.
Okay, take background down. Let me type this for her. Let me see. And she just smiling like she up on the what's the TV show with Pat Sajak?
Wheel of Fortune.
Queen ain't got no money for you.
I'm sorry, spin the wheel.
Ooh, Jesus.
Guess again.
Okay, girl, you see. Okay.
You're going to have to buy a vowel somewhere else, baby.
a vowel, a consonant too. Damn.
It's up to you, not me. Because I ain't there anymore.
We'll wait on her to come back.
Yes. So
Rag said, yeah, she could file injured spouse and get out of that. I ain't gonna file nothing. I'm gonna tell the child support directly. Baby. Don't send no mail directed to I because they ain't my children's.
Nope.
They didn't come out my womb, so therefore they don't belong to me.
Right. I lay no claim to these.
Let's talk about that too briefly. Yeah. This subject's getting ready to go around the corner. No state agency, government should ever expect a person to pay the dues of somebody else's business. That has nothing to do with me.
Correct.
You came along and walked in my path, and I jumped in the same path with you. I should not be expected to pay nothing you owe. I don't give a damn if it's taxes to the state, federal, government, loan company, bank. You accrued those things before you met me. It was in your name. It's your responsibility.
Right.
Thank you, Rags. I don't feel like anybody should be responsible for somebody else's children, because they're in a relationship with them. That has nothing to do with me. You cannot, expect me to pay for somebody else's child. To me, a debt's a debt. It doesn't matter what the debt is.
Right. That's just common sense to me. That's common sense. I don't know why states want to make something out of that.
I'm not paying my husband's due bill to his baby mama or somebody else's 2 or 3 different baby mamas. Frankly, I'm just the type, I really don't want to talk to nobody that's got a lot of children and their school age children. I don't want to talk to nobody that's paying child support or in the rears because now I have to think, well, what kind of life am I going to have with you? I mean, it's an eye-opening experience. Really, what kind of life am I going to have with this person? Once I find out they owe all this money, now I'm going to try to build a life with you where we can't go here or there unless it's all on my dime.
Exactly.
Because you're a little short.
That's why that first date matters. That first interview, you're going to find out all the information you can. So you know right then before you ever care.
Guess what? Sometimes you can find out months later.
That's what I know, because some women been surprised. You
Yeah.
didn't tell me you had kids. You didn't tell
Yeah.
me anything
And
about that.
or just you knew they paid child support, but you didn't know that they had other issues which required them to be incarcerated.
Yeah, correct.
And then that's when all of it came out. And it's
Right.
like, wow, you left all that out, did you not?
Yeah, I'm saying I married you, but I did not adopt you. You ain't one of my kids that I got to take care of.
Oh,
So,
we talking like it's the mob. You ain't no friend of mine.
no. Listen, I can refuse your offer.
So we talked about the man making the children with different women. Let's talk about, and also a woman on the outside dating a man. Why would a woman want to date a man with a lot of children? We have also touched on, Lord, I forgot.
We done hit about 10 things real quick.
Okay. I can't think now what I was going to say. Dang. See, I should take notes so I can go in order.
Well, I should have been taking notes too. My bad on that too. So we've talked about the woman that marries that gets with a guy.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what you.
And we also talked about the man making children late and having to pay child support late in life.
Yeah.
We talked about the woman getting with a man and what that life would be like with him owing money out. You wouldn't be able to spend money, do things. Also touching on being responsible for other people's children because he owes money.
Right.
As I said, I guess you need to check your state government because I don't know all the logistics of Tennessee law pertaining to that.
And people not understanding why you might be hesitant because he's a nice guy. He's a nice man.
Exactly.
Why wouldn't you be interested? Point. So that was one of the ones you.
Yes, because I met somebody just briefly, and they have a small child that they mentioned to me. And the first thing I thought was, I like the conversation, but I have to also think down the road. Now, some people say, "Well, you rushing it." No, I'm not rushing anything because I don't know the person, but I know one thing. What they've told me so far is not good.
Exactly. That's enough for you to think it over.
Of the child, but my thing is they've had past drama with the person because they were married to the person. They're no longer married, and then I also have to think about the fact that you have a small child.
Yeah.
So there's no hopping up, going somewhere on the weekend that you're supposed to get that small kid.
Correct. So you know that on those weekends, it ain't going to be much happening that's fun for you.
The world doesn't work like that. People can call you at the spur of the moment. Hey, we got a party coming up on next Saturday. We got a function on Saturday, Friday. Susie Mae's getting married. Somebody's having a bar mitzvah. Okay, well, let me check about the baby mama. Queen ain't gonna want to do that.
This is a visitation weekend. I can't do it.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. Let me check the itinerary for the damn baby mama shit going on. Lord, look, I'm getting frustrated already. It ain't even my damn problem.
Yeah, this thing is failure to launch.
Oh, so, man. Somebody make me a martini while I take this damn data book to see if I go out and play next damn week and I'm grown. Yeah, that'd be a problem.
No, well, we got to pay homage to Margarita today because today's National Margarita Day.
Let's keep it real. Let's be a weekend you made, and this can also go for men as well. You want to spend time with that person this weekend.
Yeah.
But you can't because they're obligated. They got the child, whether the child is a toddler, infant, it don't matter what the age is. Yeah. How's that going to work?
Or how about this along the same line, out of the ordinary schedule, can you keep the baby tonight?
Exactly.
And so now you got to give all that up.
Through the week, or the baby mama want to go out of town. She want to go to a party. She want to go to a function, a bar, whatever. You might call you 2 hours beforehand. Well, I know it ain't your weekend, but can you come pick up my Quisha? Because I want to go. I want to go out. Now here comes your cute little friend Angela over here. She's calling too. Baby, what's up? Let's go catch a movie. Well, I can't because my Quisha one call want me to keep my Quisha too. Okay, well, I tell you what, you might go hang with my Quisha 1 and 2. All y'all go to the damn bar together, and Queen gonna be somewhere else talking to Leonard.
Right. Yes. That's the way that goes.
Oh Lord,
so you got to think about all those things before you jump. People say you're rushing. No, you're not rushing when you sort of size up the situation and see what it's going to cost you.
anytime you're dealing with children, you need to assess the situation from the jump. There's no need in
Correct.
acting like they doesn't exist, because in the long run, if you really start dealing with that person and get to know them and get feelings for them, that is going to be an issue somewhere down the road. It's just common sense.
Yes, it is.
Anything can happen as long as people have children. I mean, that's just the way it is. Okay.
Order in the court.
Baby daddy, yes. Baby daddy got lots of baby mamas, but he has never married not one. Why not?
That's a $64,000
Well, that's a
question.
long-
I'd love to know the answer to
That's
that.
a long pause. I heard your lung way over here.
You asked that question. You knew I was going to pause and say, "Oh my God, here she comes out of left field one more time at me," and I got to say something about this.
What happened to you, honey? What happened? You were.
How come I ain't seen you? So now these are women that I'm thinking he's not telling any of these women about the other women he's got babies
He
with.
probably have told them that they all exist, but I'm saying, why would he not marry one of them? Let's say he got 8 baby mamas, 7 baby mamas, but he has never married not one. Why not?
He don't want to. Why should he? He's getting it all for free. Why should he? If he listen, he's a man who's interested in one thing. He's incapable of some kind of feeling or emotion, or you know, he's not loving. He's loving on, but he ain't loving.
Hi. Yes, you late. Crystal, hit the link if you can to get your opinion pertaining to the negative baby daddy. We're touching on all subject matter that's negative in the baby daddy: late payments, no payments, being arrested for not paying. Baby mamas, not marrying any of the baby mamas, different baby mamas, the outside female decides to date a man with a lot of children. We're touching on everything negative pertaining to the baby daddy. Let's see anything that we've left out.
You've covered it. Your list was complete.
Yeah. Now it's time for somebody to hit the link. I need air.
Yeah. Crystal, I bet, has got something to say about this. She don't parse words either.
Yeah, Crystal always brings it.
Ooh, be interested to hear all about that. Well, it's what about the man who just he just likes making babies, but he don't want to support them. He just likes the act of making babies is what this man likes.
Yeah, we have to sit and think. Okay, so we have a man who started out with one, then let's say he's escalating, but he is the type that won't hold a job. Let's go there then.
Yeah, okay.
The useless baby daddy. This white man, black man, he won't even work.
He's deadbeat dad.
But he got lots of children. He's going from pillar to post, laying up with women. Obviously, somebody's taking care of him, a woman, grandmama, sister, cousin. And he's living off the system of the kindness of others. And he doesn't take care of his children, won't spend time with his children.
Yeah. Plus, whatever girlfriend he's got, he's always telling her, I got to be somewhere. So he goes over to his other, you know.
Oh, Lord. Now you went to more Polish now.
He's a backdoor man. I'm your backdoor man. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to put up with that. These women are stupid.
That's why it's best not to get with somebody that does not work, whether they have children or not.
Right, because that means they are not a responsible person, and that's the kind of person who's not responsible for anything. Not birth control, not child support, nothing.
Listen, as I tell people, self-preservation is first. If a person won't take care of themselves, they're not getting ready to do anything for anybody else.
Correct. Yeah.
That's just common sense. You don't take care of yourself, you won't work, you won't get a place of your own, you won't buy your own car.
Yeah.
You're not concerned about a child, and you're not concerned about a woman because you're used to just doing you. You just lay your head wherever. You know, as they say, Papa was a rolling stone.
Yes. God. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Wherever he lay his hat was his home.
Was his home. That's right.
That's a terrible way to live. But to this person, they like it.
Well, the way I look at that is if you don't have any self-respect, I know you ain't going to respect me.
Right.
So you're not going to stand up and own anything, and especially not your mistakes, and you're philandering and messing around all the time. That is a lifestyle that I think you couldn't like talk a man out of, hey, why don't you give all that up? Nope, he ain't giving that up.
Well, let's talk about the guy that brings the children in. It's not really the subject. And the woman take care of the children.
Well, that's
I'll
sort
leave
of a
that one off
flip.
the table.
Yeah,
I'll leave that
that's
one off. Okay. You're not helping with your own kids, paying child support, but you're with Susie May and you help take care of her kids.
that is a low down,
That's the
dirty.
one I was trying to remember.
Yeah. I'm glad you did remember it because that did
Okay.
slip my mind. But man, that's the worst of the worst of the worst. Taking care of other women's kids and not your own. That's shameful. I got nothing for you if that's how you want to be.
So let's talk. Let's just chop it up.
Yeah.
He's with this woman.
Mhm.
He has other children or a child. Perhaps he doesn't see, visit, take care of. But he's now with this lady over here. She has children, and he will take care of, help her with her kids, but not his own. Hit the link if you want to join the discussion. If you'd like to donate to the channel, $ began to 129 Cash App. All super chats are welcome during the live. Thank you all so much for joining me.
Yeah. And Rags is right. Women think they can change a man once they, hook him, get him in the. And that ain't ever happened in the history of the world.
Never
will.
Now, there are some men who have changed for the better, but my thing is, it's still a personal decision. I refuse to believe that a man has gone through 4, 5, 6 different women, and he acts like none of those women were good. And worth changing for. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't believe that. I believe you made a sound decision to change, and it just so happened it was on the watch of this woman here.
Correct.
Because a lot of men will say that, oh, I changed because of her. She's a good lady. Well, I refuse to believe that the other women were bad women.
Exactly. It's not like you were with trash before, and now you've done found yourself something really good, then so you made a change. Well, okay, that may be possible along the way, but that's showing a lot of disrespect for the women you have been with. Well, why couldn't you change on my watch?
Yeah, and let's talk about that. Let's talk about that because that has to be a very terrible feeling. I remember I was looking at this woman's Facebook post about a year or so ago or two, and she was talking about, why are you over here taking care of this woman's kids? You're trifling. You got a child over here that you won't even provide for. And then somebody went in the comment box and told her, why are you talking about this on Facebook? Who gives a damn? Let him go on. He will pay in the long run. Don't even stoop to the level of putting your business out here, for everybody to hear. And I understood, the person saying that, because you are putting your business out there to let everybody know that your baby daddy doesn't help with his own kids, but he's over there on Front Street taking care of somebody else's child.
Correct.
And that is a terrible thing, but I personally would never put it on Facebook.
Well, no, I wouldn't either, because if things that are personal and close to home, I wouldn't do it for the.
But people do it. People use Facebook to out people.
Yes, they do.
And vent about their personal problems. And I personally just don't believe in airing things on Facebook. I think that's not the appropriate place to put your personal business.
That's yelling across the fence at your neighbor on Facebook.
Yes,
ragging on them. So here's another way that I thought about that, Queen, is a man who's going to feed his current love's children, takes food out of his own children's mouths. That's how deplorable that is. That's how
Rags, hit the link, because you're starting to scare me now.
Yeah, come on, Rags.
Now you starting to talk about the YT. Jesus
Jump
Christ.
up.
Please stop. That's a dirty dog.
Yes, that's inhuman.
It's one thing that lounging around, putting your penis in everything that walks, making kids and not taking care of them. But the guy that lays up with a female and takes care of her kids and won't take care of his own kids, won't visit, won't call them, won't pick them up, won't, birthday gifts, this and that. Because I've heard of women saying that, oh, he's over there buying her baby Jordans and this and that. And I told him, well, if that's all y'all hoping for, some damn Michael Jordans, y'all stupid anyway, because, Queen don't rock like that. Queen don't care nothing about no damn Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan made enough money to go around the world and back. You ought to be wanting him to do more for your child and buy some stinking ass tennis shoes.
Yes, yeah.
You can't eat Michael Jordans.
Yeah.
Okay?
Right, exactly. They don't feed a hungry baby.
All that materialistic stuff. We're talking about providing for the child, clothing, shoes, water, all that type of necessity.
Yeah,
not,
food.
Name brand clothing and all that. That means nothing to me.
It only means something that he's spending money and putting in and investing in those kids when he is ignoring his own. Rags, hello. Good evening.
Rags. Jeepers creep. What in the God name is you screaming about downtown?
Oh my goodness. Like, okay, I have a cold, guys. I think I may have COVID. So deal with my voice. But
You got COVID.
I don't know. I can't smell. I can taste, but I can
You know
smell.
what I said? She got COVID. COVID.
Like,
I'll pray for you.
It could help.
Well, go ahead and spin your story. I'll lay back, put my feet up. Go ahead.
Well, I'm a very mellow person. I forget about my ex. I was married to him for 12 years, and blah blah blah. Don't bug you, nothing. And he hasn't paid. And I'm scrolling through YT, and he has one. And on there,
Oh my God, Rags, please tell me no.
He's giving out. He bought a $600 laptop for some girl. Talking about how he has an $80,000 vehicle, shows his bank account of over thousands and thousands of dollars, and I'm sitting there thinking, and then it's nothing but lies and lies. And I was adult.
So you don't. So let's slow down. So he don't have no money. Is that what you're saying to us?
No, he does.
And
Like he showed his bank account.
Yeah, and flashing it.
So you know what to do with that video, right?
Oh yeah, I've already recorded it.
Okay.
But
these last $2, I'm not gonna lose. Meet me at the casino. Don't make Queen start singing the blues up here now.
I mean, I wanted to comment so bad, but I was like, nope.
Oh yeah, because you didn't want nobody to know, so they could start trailing you and stopping you and doxing you and doing all that type of nonsense. Boy, that damn YouTube is a mother.
But it's like, why would you put that out there?
Because you're a fool. Because you're a fool. You don't think nothing can be reported. You don't think nothing can ever get back to anybody. Everybody knows that most people who owe any kind of money have gotten caught because they didn't know when to keep their damn big mouth closed.
Yeah.
You can't tell everything. Right.
And I mean, he drives a truck, and they're already threatening us to suspend his license because of it. I mean, and I did the adult thing, and I called him. We talked it out. But yeah, my shoe was up. My fire was up. And
I know your fire was up. So when you talked to him, what did he say?
Oh, we actually very calmly. He said, "I'll take care of it tomorrow." So we'll see. So
this is recent.
Yeah, just now. Like I haven't talked to him.
Oh my God! So no wonder you turned up.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Wait. What made you go? I don't understand. How did you find him again?
On YouTube.
Okay, but I'm saying, what were you doing in YouTube? What were you looking at?
Well, actually, I was under the Summer Wells thing.
Oh, okay.
And I was looking at Summer Wells, which led into another video, and I guess because we had the same last name, that maybe it linked me to something.
Last $2.
And I'm like, are you
not gonna lose?
And
that damn YouTube.
Yeah. The things he was saying was just, I'm like, oh my God.
So let me ask you this. So what is his content about?
He's a life coach.
Okay, you know what?
Yeah. His last video was
look, I'm going to pour salt. He wouldn't happen to live in Pennsylvania, would he?
No.
Oh, thank God for that.
Maybe that's his cousin. Shut up, Angela.
Well, but his last video he posted, he was talking about how he would punch it in the mouth because he ain't got a problem hitting women. And I'm like,
oh, whoa. Yeah, he's nice.
Yeah, man, why would you
wow. Wow.
I mean, that's his life. But it was just funny because my attorney just called me because he's behind. And then I seen that. And then I called him. And yes, I mean, we were adult about it. He said, take care, all that. And then, but you posted this. I mean, it was like 20 minutes ago.
Jeez.
I'm like, what in the world?
I mean, what? But let's be truthful. What are the odds?
I was just thinking that. Yeah.
That is crazy.
That's the topic tonight. And here you go, 20 minutes in.
Yeah.
And then where he messed up is that you saved the video, didn't you?
Yeah.
In case he takes it down, did you save it?
Well, in case the conversation went bad, but it went good. He's always like he's been behind, he'd send it to me. So we'll see. It seems like, but seeing all that, I haven't talked to him.
But you can see what he's doing with the money that's supposed to already made it to your hands. That's the point.
Yeah. Right. I mean,
what about your child? How old is your child?
He just turned 18.
And then he sees that. That's trifling, man.
Yeah. And then I'm big about you live your life, I live mine. Whatever you do, whatever you want to do, you could have $1 million house.
Yeah.
But I've been sick, so when I'm struggling to get stuff for him, it's like, ooh, my fire got up a little bit.
That'll do it. And I like how you just eloquently said my fire, because I see that a black woman wouldn't have worded it like that.
Yeah.
I believe we would have used a choicier word.
Well, I try to stay as drama free as I can.
It'd have been a whole lot of blasphemous speaking in tongues.
No keys to my Honda.
It's Pentecostal time.
Yeah. Oh, you be speaking in tongues on the ride to be a tongue lashing.
Wait a minute, that's when that bond came undone. Shut your mouth, please.
Oh my God.
Look, we gonna put the skirt up, put some leggings on. Shut up, Quay. Don't do it. Where the Air Jordans at when you need them? Fight Club.
Yeah. Dust rising.
Ooh, Satan's a liar.
Well, I'm going to be, and really, it's never got me anywhere in my 44 years on this earth, but I'm always an adult about things.
Uh-huh.
And if I would have called him and screaming, it would have ended up. Huh?
I was speaking to somebody in the chat. Go ahead, baby.
Yeah. It would have ended up, you call my attorney, and blah, blah, blah. And
y'all sound like TV right there. You call my lawyer, I call you.
Exactly. That's how it would have ended up. If you go at it, I guess being in customer service, I know that if you talk to them like crazy, they're going to come back crazy. And it ended up being a very civilized conversation.
Mm-hmm.
But I ain't going to say inside, my teenage inners weren't.
I sure hope your friend ain't listening right now. Rags.
I'm still hung up on the $600 laptop.
Yeah. I'm dead.
And it's his money. He can do with it what he wants. But not whenever your own flesh and blood.
Well, yeah.
To me, that's somebody that doesn't care. Because I just believe certain things you shouldn't air on live, period. Platforms.
Exactly.
I mean, you have to be very careful what you talk about on a platform, even if it's just Facebook. I mean, that's still a public platform, especially if your page is open and people can see it. I mean, your friends and whomever, people can go to your page. You just have to be careful what you advertise, because people misconstrue things sometimes, or it just appears to be the naked truth. And
even if he wasn't behind on child support, why would you put that stuff? I don't know. Each to each his own, but I wouldn't put my stuff like that out
there. Chaotic Truth Live, how are you?
Pretty good. About yourself?
I'm blessed.
I'll let him talk. I'll go down.
Hello, Chaotic.
Hey, how you doing? Me and my wife I saw your title.
Yeah. See, when I saw it say live, I didn't know if you were somebody on live on YouTube, because I didn't want any problems. Because get a little jiggy when they come up. So that's why I didn't let you write in. I apologize.
Me and my wife were talking. I've been married since August. Okay. But she was telling me about men who will have children, and they will disregard their own biological child and take care of a girlfriend's.
Yes, yeah. That was one of the topics we had spoken before you came up.
Oh, okay. And I said bullshit. So when I saw your title just randomly, and you were live, I wanted to come up and talk about that. But if you're not on that topic now,
no, it doesn't matter. This is an all-inclusive negative baby daddy live. So anything dealing with baby daddy drama, child support, that's the main subject. Is the child support, the favorite of the children. That is the one I was getting ready to go into that you just mentioned. Because we didn't really chop that subject up yet, so it must be meant for you to come up. But that is the next one, is how do you ladies and people feel about a man favoring another woman's child or children? Living with that woman, taking care of her children, buying things for her children, but he doesn't take care of the children that he has.
So I'm not familiar with this. but I do want to ask you a question. How rampant? Because I grew up in a nuclear family. All of my friends grew up in a nuclear family, so I'm not familiar with any of this. But I want to ask you a question. How rampant is this in the single parent community, like in terms of men? How many men, if you could break it down to a percentage, how many men do you think do this?
I can't give you a number. I mean, I can't give you a number. I mean, there are some women who have decent baby daddies. They pick up their children. They spend time with them. They buy them gifts. Their other family members are involved in their lives. And then you have those who don't take care of the children, don't own the children, don't pay child support.
Yeah. Okay.
So I can't give a number because there's no way I would know. But I know in the African American community, and it's not for everybody that's Black, but there's a lot of, we know, single women raising children, single women raising children alone, and have a lot of baby daddy issues and non-support issues and lack support issues. Pay now, stop, pick up, stop. Warrants being served because he stopped paying or never paid. It's just what we hear a lot, and it naturally happens with white Hispanics, but you do hear a lot of this African American community.
Oh yeah, I like I said, I don't know too many people who live who are single parents, but I've done
Say what? Say what?
No, I don't actually. No, I don't. All my friends.
Well, let me ask you where you're from. Or where you living right now.
No, I don't. I try not to. I try not to tell my location because
I don't want your location. I'm just saying. Can you tell me the state you're in?
Ohio.
Okay.
So,
so you don't know of any women that are single with children?
Oh, yeah, I do know a few.
Yes, chaotic truth.
That I went to college with, yes.
College.
Yeah, that I went to college with, yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And they weren't married when they got pregnant, so yeah, so they had a child outside of wedlock, and so it wasn't that they were married and there was a divorce. Yeah, so yeah, it's a few educated women that I would say, an acquaintance with, or have been an acquaintance with, that are single parents. Yes.
So any of the people, so you're basically saying the people in your social setting that you go out with, have drinks, dinners with, family reunions, no woman is single with a child.
Well, see, now you're okay. So now what you've done is okay. So
no, I've asked you a question. That's all.
So of course, it's people that I'm acquainted with. Yes, but it's not a lot. Most of the women that I know, I would say the majority, and I'm talking about 90%, are married, and they were married. And particularly the women that I knew who were in college are married to their college sweetheart.
Okay, I see.
And there are a few women that I know who, again, I went to college with, who are not, but I'm talking about in my core circle, my friends. No, everybody is married. Okay. In my core circle, yeah, everybody's married. That's both male and female.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're married and you have children?
I don't have any children, but I am married. Yeah.
How long have you been married?
Since August.
Oh, so you fresh and new?
Yeah, I've been married since August, but I'm 37, so yeah.
Oh, and you married?
I will admit, I was sleeping around for a very long time.
Okay, well, you don't have to go into that because we know you're grown, so we can use our imagination. You're a man, but what I'm saying is, you're late in life marrying and have no children.
I don't have any children, no.
Okay, let me ask you this: why have you not had any children because I'm curious, because a lot of men have children. I mean, all races have children by 37.
So how long do you normally stay live?
It's the queen, baby. They'll take the queen up to 3 hours.
Because the question you asked me is a question that I can go very in depth in. I've actually made live stream videos about it. Okay. And I actually live by this. I believe in eugenics. I believe that the best human beings should be on the planet. I believe that certain people should not be here. Now, I do not believe in abortion. Okay. But I believe that
So what human beings should not be here? I'm curious now.
Well, I think that people should breed for intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
People should breed for certain qualities. And so one of the reasons why I've never had children is because I want to ensure that a child is born into this reality with certain genetics.
Okay.
So one of the reasons why I married my wife is because out of all the women that I've ever been with, this is a woman that I've properly vetted. And I'm talking about medical history that covers diseases, that covers genetic deficient traits, attractive.
Are
I'm
you
sorry, go ahead.
serious? Are you serious?
Absolutely. Oh,
Okay, so
absolutely.
you know the queen gonna go there with you.
Well, you actually,
you didn't do
remember.
this beforehand with the women that you were messing around with. So now you said,
Uh-huh.
I met this woman. I'm serious about her. I need to know everything about her. From does she have diabetes in her family to a short foot?
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. But I talk about this on my channel a lot about eugenics and properly breeding, and I feel like a lot of people are just having children, but so you asked me why I don't have any children. That's why I'm giving you the answer. So I just feel like children are innocent and they should be born into the best environment and the best potential outcome. So it just boggles my mind that people in third world countries are breeding 7 and 8. You know, a country like Malawi, right, or a country. I think the highest birth rate is Mozambique, one of the African countries, and I think that the birth rate is like 10. But in my opinion, it's like, why would you have 10 children in literally abject poverty? You know.
Yeah. But maybe that's all they know, and that's not to make it.
And that's unfortunate.
We do that because here in our country we know better, but we do things just like the UK, anywhere. Obviously, those countries, they're just repeating what's been done for like centuries.
Yeah, and that's why they're in the condition that they're in, unfortunately. But you know, if you look at communities like particular African American communities that breed excessively in poverty conditions, or they're breeding with individuals. I'll tell you this: in the African American community, incest runs rampant, but it's not voluntarily, it's involuntarily, because some cities, Black people don't even leave a 2-mile radius. So you never know who you're having sex with around the block. That could be a lot of men are having children with all types of women, and these children sometimes don't even know their father. And so you could be breeding or having sex with a person who could be your cousin.
Yeah, I understand it.
And that happens a lot in the Black community.
But that's really prevalent in the South and in smaller towns.
But believe it or not,
everybody's related to each other.
But believe it or not, but here goes the thing. Every day, Sheena, believe it or not, that's prevalent even up north where I'm at. There are neighborhoods where people, because I used to teach school. I was a special education teacher. And there are neighborhoods where people will find out that that's my cousin or that's my brother. That's and there have been cases where people have married their first cousin, but they didn't know that was their first cousin.
Well, if nobody tells anybody who somebody slept with and made children with, that's a problem anywhere, because you could go all the way to California and be sitting next to your cousin on an airplane. Right. Or brother, half brother or something.
So one of the things on my channel I've always said is that the idea is that, if you are, and that's another reason why I didn't have children either, is because, you want to be sure who you're having sex with or breeding with. And I say this even for African Americans, try to mingle or, breed with, if you like Black people, like a Caribbean Black or Native Africans, not just the African Americans,
but you have to be in a demographic for that if that's what you wanted to do.
That's true too.
We live in certain places like here in the South where I am, we don't have all that going on.
What part of the South?
You'd be lucky. I'm in East Tennessee, Knoxville, Tennessee area.
Okay, yeah. So, I have friends that live in Tennessee.
So it's not like we have a high population of Jamaican, Haitian, brown skin, Hispanics. It's not like that here.
Yeah.
If you bump into somebody that happen to be from Haiti or Jamaica or from the Bahamas, it'd be happenstance. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
this is a predominantly white state. This area is predominantly white.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's the reason why I don't have any children. I wanted to make sure if I do have children, I have children with the right woman. She's tall, she's dark, she's good looking, You want to know if the grandmother is even good looking. So, you got to look at stuff like
Oh
that.
my gosh, you are going there, really?
You have to as a man. You got to think
Can I
about
jump?
it.
Can I
Yeah,
jump in
but
a
I've been
minute,
waiting.
Queen?
Yeah, please let her. So
Yeah,
she's,
I just had a question about
oh,
the
wow.
eugenics thing, and I really basically I think I understand
Hmm.
what you're saying and where you're coming from.
Hmm.
But if you're wanting to breed for higher intelligence, like you believe there are certain people that shouldn't be on the earth, did I
Absolutely.
understand you correctly that if, like, I don't think I read you right, you would do away with people of lower intelligence on the earth right now if you could?
Well,
Because, I mean, you'd be wiping
That's a
out
good question.
95% of the
Usually Queen
population.
would ask, but I guess I kind of just let that just slide on down.
well, here goes the thing. I don't believe in abortion and I don't believe in genocide.
Okay.
What I do believe in is in selective breeding.
Yeah.
You want to so on my channel I talk about this all the time because I've been asked the same question: do you believe that certain people should be wiped out? And I say no, I don't believe in abortion. I think abortion is appalling. I think
Well, I'm not talking
I know,
specifically about
I
abortion,
know, I know.
living beings who are
Yeah.
here.
So
Yeah.
no. Listen, no.
You don't go to that far into the spectrum.
Absolutely no.
Because
I don't
some
believe in,
do, some
that
do.
is true, but I don't
Somebody
go that
said they would like to reach out to his poor wife.
I don't go that far because
Wow.
I don't go that far. Who done it? I don't go that far because of a few reasons.
Yeah.
In college I dated two Rwandan girls.
Okay.
Rwanda is a country in East Africa, and these girls witnessed their families being exterminated during the Rwandan
Hmm.
genocide. They witnessed Hutu neighbors, their own neighbors,
Yes.
and they witnessed their entire families massacred. So, you know, the idea of genocide is appalling, just based on the fact of your ethnicity,
Hmm.
ethnicity or whatnot. But what I do say is this: you have to prepare for the future. You have to think about 1,000 years from now. And the whole idea is that if you are with someone and they are cognitively delayed, and then you meet their mom and dad and they're cognitively delayed too, then you're around the family and they're kind of stupid. Why would you want to breed with that family? Why would you want to put your DNA inside of this woman and you create another human being that possibly might be stupid?
Well,
And
from a textbook point of view,
Wow. Did you just hear what you
textbook.
just said?
I,
You just
I'm,
called somebody stupid.
yeah.
well,
From a
I
Even
mean,
if
textbook,
sometimes
you're
we
willing to
do
live in a perfect world.
act stupidly.
well, can I say
That's
this
how
real
you
quick?
feel.
Where goes the thing? Let me say
Well,
this real quick.
let's go here. Let's keep it real.
Sure,
Let's just use common sense. There are
sure.
no guarantees about any of us. We can sit
That
here
is
and test
true.
you. Some
That's
people in the
true.
audience may think you're very intelligent, bright, and
And
then
some people
some
may
people
say I'm
may think that you might be
true.
full of shit.
That's
Yeah.
true too. Yeah, definitely.
And then right now, you could go right out here and talk all this and be cheating on your wife, have you 4 or
True.
5 kids on the side, and nobody knows anything.
Mhm.
You also could be mentally disturbed and be schizophrenic. How about
That's
that?
true too. That is definitely true.
So in the end, what you're saying won't even matter now, will it?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah,
what
that's
I'm getting from you, and I'm being respectful here, so just hear what I have
mhm.
to say. What I'm getting from you is you are your own ideal of you're living your own ideal, and so you want someone to be as
Okay.
ideal in their presentation as you are. That's how you're coming across. I don't know if you mean to do that or not. Like
Yeah. I don't.
you believe you should breed, that you're a great example. You're born at a high standard that you're holding others to, and you don't want to have anything to do with anyone you consider to be less intelligent, less well bred, less than you. Is that what you really mean to say?
No, no,
Because it's
no,
coming across that
no,
way.
no. What I'm saying is the reason, and this is answering her question. Why haven't I have any children?
Mhm.
It's because I've been with so many women.
Yeah.
I've been with women who come from bad families or
Sure.
slept.
Sure.
I've been with women who came from bad families. Been with women who were, kind of slow. Um, I've been with women who don't value conservatism. I've been
Hmm.
with women who, so it's more than just intelligence. It's behavior. It's culture.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, okay, so let me use this. I've been with the women. I've been with a lot of whores, right?
Hmm.
Now, I've been with women who look super good, but they're whores. No,
Let me
my
ask you something.
just give me
Let me ask you something. Hold on 1 second, sweetheart.
Okay.
What do you define as a whore?
Well, in my opinion, a woman who freely sleeps around. She has no recourse
But this is what's interesting. You said that to me earlier
about me sleeping
that
around.
before you got with your wife,
Yeah.
and I didn't ask you this, you told this yourself that you freely slept around. So that means you a male version of what you detest, but you still slept with a whore.
Isn't that crazy?
Yes,
so
it is.
It is crazy when you sit back and think about it. But here goes the thing. So
Think about it.
I don't want.
Wow.
Who doesn't get anything else you'd like to say?
I'm speechless right now. I'm no. Are you done?
I'm asking you a question. What would you like to say?
What would I like to say about the gentleman who was just in here?
Whatever you like to say, period.
Period. Okay. Well, I'll just start riffing then. First of all, I found him to be very egotistical, as if he's wanting to a superior race, he should maybe not breed. What I'm thinking, because I picked up on a bit of arrogance there.
That's the one thing I made a comment about the other day when I did that topic where I played the Maury Povich commentary. The one thing I cannot stand is for a motherfucker to say something about a female that you laid with.
Yes, right. He slept around.
You got
he didn't make anything of that.
It was with the pregnancy situation.
They're
She's
all
okay until she says I'm pregnant. Then you got a problem with her, but she was good enough to have sexual relations.
Oh yeah. That's right.
When somebody cries, I'm pregnant, then they're every whore, thought, all that. So what I don't understand is why somebody has to be a dirty name because now they're pregnant, but they were good enough to have sex with.
Correct.
It's just ridiculous to me. It's ignorant behavior, and you're talking about yourself. Because as they say, and we know this best, when we're pointing the finger at somebody, the other four are back towards ourselves.
Yes.
Okay?
Exactly.
So how can a male whore talk about a female whore? That is
ridiculous. And put her down, and I wouldn't marry her because she's a whore.
Right.
But I did sleep. I did sleep with her.
That wife has done. Queen keeps it 100.
So if he thinks the woman he married,
oh wow,
I can't bless that woman's heart. I mean,
Jesus
really.
Wept.
If she passed all his tests.
So everybody in the family, in her family, never had mental illness, alcoholism.
She's trying to live in a perfect
Rhodes
world.
Scholars. Everybody graduated from what? Harvard, Yale. Oh yeah, Queen gonna go there. Everybody excelled well in sports. Exactly. Everybody had a 4.0 plus average from her gene pool. I doubt that.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
First of all, I wish he was prouder of who he is. Really, a real man, a real person who.
This is the behavior that I talk about all the time.
Yes.
Why the women have the problems they have. The very reason why most women are single. And I'm not saying every woman is perfect, by no means. But if you have men walking around with this type of mindset, it's sad. And this is the reason why our country and other countries are the way they are, is because the male dominance, the male, his way is his thought process. Let's all follow him because he knows better and best.
Subject to his approval. Listen, there's Russia is bombing Ukraine right now. That's a new development. Just
is it okay? Thank you all for that.
Commentary.
Thank you for that. Thank you all. Thank you so much, Hank.
Yeah. He's a prime example of how men think. Women are whores if they sleep around. What do you call a man who sleeps around? Other than a walking dipstick. I mean, that's it.
But that's okay. That's okay for you to be a man.
Yeah.
And walk around and sleep with different women. Don't marry not one. Make babies with them. Don't marry none of them. Have children all over the United States. As you just said, cousins, incest.
How does he know he's not the product of it? How you know who your daddy is? That's just, I just can't. I'm dead.
I've been dead. I've been dead. I'm just listening like, wow.
I know. I knew when you checked out a minute ago, I thought, okay, he's fixing to get gone. Lord. Well, now we know how a man could be with a woman and support her children, but ignore his own. because
Yeah.
that kind of thinking right there is ego. It's ego, pride. He's got a lot of false pride, thinking he's part of
Listen to
who could
Sophia.
breed a superior race.
Sophia says, my son is autistic, and listening to that guy say he was a special education teacher, shaking my head. I would never want him around my child. And see, that's where he fucked up right there.
Yes.
When you're worrying about somebody finding out where you live and knowing your location, you just sat here, if you're telling the truth, that you work with special needs children, and you're walking around on a live platform, tooting your own horn on my live,
putting on
and telling that out to people that you teach children. So as she said, why would I want him teaching my child who's special needs? Frankly, I wouldn't want that person teaching my child, no matter if my child has special needs or not. That's not even a issue.
Do you know who started his kind of thinking? What he was just expressing?
Probably his daddy.
Well, go back in history. Go back to World War II. Go back to Hitler. That's what a super race.
Somebody mentioned Hitler.
That's their thinking. Yeah, that's their thinking, is creating a super race of super intelligent, perfect human beings. It ain't going to happen.
But it's
We're
no
all
such
human.
thing. Because just like people right now have been raised by people who they thought are their biological parents, and then they find out later that they're not even their biological parents. They adopted them or took them in. Same thing with people saying they thought they were Romanian or this, and then they find out they're not even of that race. And then they told themselves, why does it matter if I'm Romanian or German? Who gives a damn? I'm a human being first. And in the end, that's all that should matter. Not the race, the tribe I come from, or where my mother and father came from. Because in the end, that does not make you. You have to stand account on your own when you become an adult. So it doesn't matter if one parent was smart and one was bright and one was German and one was from Australia. In the end,
race doesn't even come into it. You're on point. Absolutely on
Jesus
point.
Christ.
I know that.
Damn.
Well, he came in on the perfect night. He saw your title.
They
and
always
jumped.
do that. Oh, and then a YouTuber at that. What did I just had a conversation with you?
Yeah, exactly.
Just had that conversation with you. It's to be expected when the live button is on.
That's right. Yeah. Oh.
See, the discerning spirit told me, don't let him up.
Well, I thought it was entertaining to just let him kind of go on a little bit and prove what we were talking about. I just thought it was
but the gist of it is he didn't have to be that way. How about that?
No, he didn't have to be that way. So
who he is his choice, right?
He's so convinced of who he is, and as a superior being, he's trying to show how superior he is. And so I thought, oh man, we got a live one here.
Well, guess what? Like you and I talked before. Yeah, I don't like ignorant people either. I don't like people to act stupid. But guess what? The flip side of that is somebody can listen to something I say and say the same thing. Well, I don't like her because she's saying something stupid. She's saying something dumb. Everything's about perception.
It is. And according to his own thinking, if he thinks that, that there are certain people that shouldn't be on the planet, how does he know somebody wouldn't come for him under that kind of reasoning? Good Lord.
But that's the reason why he don't want nobody knowing where he lives. Come on with it.
Oh, yeah.
Ohio's a big state.
It wouldn't be too hard to find.
But it's a little state once somebody find that address.
Big community, but big state, little community.
Because the thing about it, somebody knows him. Somebody knows he has a channel. Somebody knows him, and somebody can drop a dime any day. See, that's what people don't think about. There's always somebody out there that won't like you, won't like the content, and really, you do have to be careful the things you say on a public platform because there's always going to be somebody that's going to disagree with what you're saying. But when you come out just fighting
guns
like
blazing.
that, I mean, that's just showing out. And it's
that's what I mean. That's the best way to put it. He was showing out. He was trying to mansplain.
Yeah, because we all flaw. And like I said, everybody's perception of somebody is going to be different. Somebody might look at him and not be enthralled at all, especially from what he's just said in this chat. It's below the belt.
Well, right. And I was thinking it
because people are people, and that's the thing. You are a human being before you are anything else.
Right. That's just pie in the sky thinking. That's just, there are people that explains a lot. There are a lot of people in this world who think just like he thinks, and it's dangerous. It's very dangerous. They want to get rid of all the, indigent people, less intelligent people. That kind of thinking is extremely dangerous, and it's
very dangerous because there are some good people that are Rhodes Scholars. There's some bad people that are Rhodes Scholars. There's some people who are working class. They're good. They're hard workers. Then there's some that are scum. They're scammers. They're child molesters. They're rapists. They're sadists. You go on and on with the names.
It's humanity, and we are all broken in some kind of way.
Exactly. Well said.
So, don't be going around. I mean, I wanted to say to him, but I would not have on your live.
Well, I think somewhere down the line, he already has had a broke spirit. That's why he's spewing that.
That's what I think, Queen. I got
somebody did something to him, said something to him for him to feel like, I'm like this. Because like I said, we all can set up on a high horse at some point, but sometimes you need to bring your ass on down.
Right. Come on back to life. It just be much more real than you are being. Good grief. Wow. I wanted to say to him, well, if you want it to be a perfect world, go jump off a bridge somewhere and maybe it'll be a little more perfect. But I didn't say it. I didn't.
Kind of Art says, I love how they know narcissist games well.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Yeah. And there's some narcissism.
You know what's going to be interesting? Mm. If he's telling the truth. He just got married.
Uh-huh.
I don't need to say anymore.
August. Yeah. I'll give it to this August.
You be lucky if you're not sitting somewhere and come home, you ain't got a fucking chair to sit in.
Mm-hmm.
Because that attitude is going to come out or already been out and displayed. Because naturally, if he's talking like that now, that's how he represented himself to her. Yeah. She likes it. Come on, let's keep it real. Right. She likes it. She has conformed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. But
it will wear out because he will find something wrong with her at the drop of a hat.
Yes. And she with him. Mainly that personality for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So imagine.
Yeah, she's got a hard way to go here in front of her.
Well, we'll see.
Because he's not going to allow her to be imperfect.
Exactly.
Naomi.
Hello. How are you? I just wanted to say something real quick about this gentleman because he was having a conversation with me and a few other people the other day. And this is exactly how he is. He sat up there and told me if he were to find out his wife, I guess, that they just got together and she's the perfect woman. If he were to find out she had high blood pressure, diabetes, anything like that, he just wouldn't be with her. And I was like, so wait, you're telling me if you find out that this woman you've been dating all this time, her mother or somebody, her great grandmother had cancer, you would leave her? He was like, yeah. I'm like, so right now you would. And then he kind of went back, well, okay, it's a little bit too late. But then he started talk about his imperfections because that kind of came up too. Yeah. So he's insecure about being short. So that's why he keeps talking about, oh yeah, she's tall and she's this.
Oh, that explains that. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I hope he has all his kids are as tall as she is.
Girl, you crazy.
So he'll be the smallest man in the house.
Yeah, okay.
Get beat the you know what up, trying to be nice now.
And when I seen she clicked him off, I was like, oh, I love her. Because he just was going on and on. And
that's why I let him talk. Even when I started seeing the car veering to the left, I let him speak. Because a lot of people say I don't let guests speak or I don't have the same opinion. There are a lot of people I have let speak, even when I did not agree with what they were saying. And when I saw that he was going in a direction that I thought was derogatory, I still let him speak. But I will not, on this platform, let anybody degrade a woman on my fucking live. Not now. Not then.
Yeah.
You will never.
Yeah. Pay your own dime if that's the way you want to be.
In the end, it's your perception of a random stranger that I don't know, I've never met, and I'm not getting ready to sit here and douse no female with gasoline because she laid down and had random sex with his ass. Come on, now.
I was glad you called him so you said just a little while ago that you slept around. So
I tried to stop him because I knew eventually he was gonna put his foot in his mouth. But something said, "No, Queen, let him keep talking because he getting ready to do it. He getting ready to do it. That's why I'm talking about. You sure you gonna say that?
Yeah, he hung himself.
You gonna say that? Oh, but I slept around before I married her. I said, well, you grown. Okay, you were single. You were doing you ain't got to say, you see, he ain't had to say none of that.
Right.
You had to tell me that.
And I wanted to say, so you're positive you don't have any kids somewhere with all this sleeping around you've been doing?
Oh, what we should have asked them is, oh, boo-boo, did you wear a condom with all them women? Come on, quick, get the real.
Well, you're a responsible young man. No.
Did you ever come up short? Or did somebody else come up short? Come on, quick, bring it. Somebody poked a pin in the condom. Yeah, I keeps it real over here.
Yeah.
Did somebody ever go to the doctor and found out they were swollen at the tummy? Come on, Queen.
You know what, Queen? He thought he was stepping up in this room to tell you something, and I know he wouldn't.
What he should have done was watch some of the videos and realize I know. Pass.
He shouldn't have tangled. No. He poked the wrong bear there.
Yeah. Guess what? Guess what? A big tall bear that stands almost 6 feet tall. How about that?
I'm bigger than you.
Red hair. Look, red hair. Blonde wig, black wig.
Yeah.
I keep it 100.
Yeah.
I think he said he was like, did he tell you how tall he was? I think he said he was like.
No, he didn't tell me how tall he was. I didn't ask him. I didn't feel the need to ask him any of those type of questions.
Okay. He's really, really short though. So I know somebody that had popped up on ours or whatever when he was on there. They were like, well, then what does she look like? You know? He was like, oh.
Well, you know, after he just showed out, you know, people are wondering what this wife looks like. Or is it even real?
Ain't that the truth?
Because if you talk like this, I'm going to question anything that you're saying. I'm going to question anything that you're saying. Are you even telling me the truth about half of this stuff? Are you just doing this for attention? Are you doing this like other YouTubers? You want some likes and views. So you saw somebody live. You know, I keep it real. You came up on my live. I'm used to this. I'm used to people popping up on the live, spinning all type of crazy narratives. That is their choice. But what you're not going to do is come up here and use my platform to get likes and views. Because that's what he did.
Yeah, and I believe that's kind of what he was kind of doing, because we was kind of talking about the situation, and then he got up there with this, and he kept trying to spin everything from what we were talking about to what he was talking about, and we was just like, oh my god.
Yeah, because guess what? In the end, guess what we're doing right now? We're not talking about lame ass baby daddies. That's the topic of my life.
That's the topic.
Listen, I guarantee you he's going to be one day, and it'll serve him right.
When that girl leave him, because it's going to be too much. It's way too much.
Let me tell you what a mess up homeboy. That baby come out, and that baby ain't right.
Got the
his specifications. This Negro will go climb the tallest building and soar off.
Oh yeah, 3 eyes.
Okay, that's not my baby. He gonna have
you show up. It ain't mine. We ain't had sex in 2 months. Now you know that's not my baby.
Yeah, exactly.
He would deny being the father of that. Yeah, that's his outlook.
I really do wonder, like you said, what are his parents like? Because if this is truly how he thinks, and it's just not trying to get, be the person out there with a different opinion on things, just like you said, clicks and views. If he really thinks like that, I really want to know.
He's scary. Somebody like that is very scary.
Yes, it's disturbing.
He's very scary.
There are a lot of people out there that think exactly like he does.
Yeah, they think just like him.
We fought a world war because of that.
That's the sad part, is that, I'm all for people bettering themselves, people trying to find people of a like mind. I believe in that. I do believe you need to try to find a like spirit, because you'll probably jive better. But there's still that probability of something going amiss. Something can easily jump off, because we are human beings. We are flawed. We came in here of sin. So you're not going to be a perfect person. I don't care how you think you should be. I could tell this fella something. I would love to live in a perfect utopia. I would love for everybody to walk around, act like they got some sense, act like they know how to read out the dictionary, act like they can speak good English when they should, act appropriate, but that's not the real world I live in.
Exactly. He's living. He wants utopia. He wants a perfect world, because he doesn't like the imperfect world he's living in. I would. Who wouldn't want that? But he's really trying to make it happen. He thinks he can have an influence.
But in his social setting, I try not to be judgmental when he was saying he didn't know of any single women.
I didn't buy that at all. Come on.
That had children. I thought, okay, you don't know any woman that has a child without a husband.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, see, I didn't catch that part. He
Oh
said
yeah, he
that.
did. Go back
Yeah.
and watch the replay. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go watch
He
it.
denied that he knew any women like that in his circle. He,
In
because
his
he
circle,
travels
immediate
in a
circle, like that.
superior circle, so he doesn't
Just
know
like,
anybody
where do
that's
you
flawed.
live? Where do you live? Just like you said, like he said, oh, well, you know, you
I
should
don't
want
want
to
to
be
tell.
outside of this. And you were like, well, that's just not how it is in everybody's area. Like you said, your area is not.
Yeah, it's predominantly white where I am. It's predominantly white. So you'd be
Yeah.
lucky if you're saying, I want to hang around Haitians, Jamaicans, or you, like I said, you'd be lucky if you bumped into a Jamaican every 5 years, one person out of 5
Right,
years. You understand
right.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, it's just not, he's not speaking logical. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that real quick because I enjoyed.
Thank you, honey.
Yeah. Thank you, Naomi, for the insight.
He'll sure be mad he found out that girl, her mama was a crackhead.
Mhm.
I bet you he won't come up here and say that though.
Yeah. How much pretending do you think
He's in
his
the
wife
box.
did?
Listen, he's in the box right now trying to get in.
Oh no, let me go because he gonna try to let me have it.
Oh, okay,
Well,
Naomi.
just stay away. Just stay away is all I can tell you.
Yes,
Just stay away.
All right, love. Thank you.
Thank you for your
welcome, honey.
insight.
Have a wonderful
Right,
weekend. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Oh, gosh.
Well,
He's still knocking on the
I'm
door.
trying to understand. I'm trying to get back to the baby daddies before.
I know. That took us around a little slight detour there, but it was interesting.
But I've told the fans this is what happens when you're on YouTube. You always get these people who are other YouTubers, and they come up pretending that they're wanting to talk about the subject matter,
Yeah.
and then it goes terribly left.
Yes.
And then you're not even talking about the title of the video. I get enough of that with people in the chat that don't want to follow the content.
Yeah. So
and you really don't have any right to come up on someone's panel and not stick to the content.
right. Well,
Wow.
that was that.
Oh, look at Rags. He probably got 15 kids out there from his going around days. We don't know. He can say he ain't never had kids, but we really don't know. That's my point.
Yeah.
A woman could easily have had a child by him and never told him that he's the daddy.
Right. That he's the daddy.
She could have been in college with him. They had a fling. She left school. Nobody ever heard from her again. I mean, you just don't know.
No, you don't know. You don't know. But he doesn't think, of course, he didn't have any children out of wedlock.
Well, his sperm is special and reserved. It sits in a little jar inside.
It will command a high price.
The sperm only comes out to special educated women. He will only ejaculate with educated women.
Right. I've just, come on.
He's got standby sperm.
Top shelf. Top shelf.
Top shelf. Exactly.
Oh my God. The ego. Oh, man.
Wow. Damn. You can't make this stuff up.
Well, so you know what you got to interview about now.
Oh, Lord. What is that exactly?
Are you looking to create a superior race? Is that what you're after
Yes,
with me?
let's start.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be a good choice for you, but I don't know if I'm into that.
Let's start tonight. I want tall men only. In this universe.
Right. That look a certain way. Have a certain sex appeal. But they're fine and upstanding in every way.
Let's go from the other life. Well endowed.
Well, that was the unspoken desire.
Has a lot of money in the bank.
Yes, and is generous.
It has a big fat savings account. Big
cars.
Big fat checking account.
Yep.
2.5. Got to put a 5 in there.
That's right. Yes.
Possibly have a spare house. You got to have a spare house now.
Yeah, so you can retreat if you need to.
Yes, so I can put up my big fat feet as soon as I walk in the door. Exactly.
What do they call that? What is that shed women can have in the backyard?
She shed.
She shed, yeah. You need the she shed.
Queen don't need no she shed. You give a queen 6,000 plus square feet. Her shed in any damn room she put them feet in. Did you hear what I said?
4 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms. Yeah.
I need a whole room just for the queen. It's got to be a walk-in dressing room with the counter in the middle, marble top, glass shelf so I can see all my clothes, shoes, accessories. Oh, I can get ugly with it now.
And I need staff. I won't have to do my. Oh, Rag said, I bet he wears a size 5 shoe.
I'm dead, Lord.
Yes, that
You
might
all
be
are horrible.
generous.
Woo! I can't.
You know, Randy's snorting down there.
Well, but wait a minute. You know, some of them short men, they do have a little package down there sometimes.
Just sometime you never can tell. Mama said there'd be days like this.
Yes, she did. Lord have mercy.
Oh, God.
I bet my dead daddy looking down saying, what in the world is that child doing on that computer?
Girl. You get the
What
RuPaul.
in God's name is going on?
No doubt. No doubt.
If you'd like to join the discussion pertaining to laying baby daddies, different scenarios pertaining to laying baby daddies, please hit the link. Oh, Lord have mercy.
Yeah. Come on, it's a free-for-all tonight.
Ooh. You ain't never heard of a she shed. You haven't. What? Where you been? Well, you must don't watch no HGTV.
Right. You could, yeah, you can have it.
No, so let him tell it. Now, that would be somebody uneducated.
Yeah, exactly. She
didn't
said,
know about a she shed.
No, we're talking square footage. Yeah. So he's actually a good part of this discussion, because we're talking about deadbeat dads, which he will be one day. Because
wow, you say that you believe that he would be a deadbeat dad?
Oh, I do. If that child, is not perfect in every way,
he's got a wife though. But he's got a wife though, so she gets pregnant. Something goes terribly wrong in their relationship. They split up. You saying this is the guy that will not pay child support?
I'm saying if he has an imperfect child, he will not pay child support.
I don't think it will even have to get to the child, because you got to remember the wife is the first extension.
Right. She's going to make a mistake,
She'll get the brunt first. Come on now.
Because in his mind, she's going to be stupid at some point, because he's a man and men think women are stupid.
That's why I said I can see how he would be easy for him to find a flaw in her. It would take only one little small thing to set him off to get started. You know, we're getting ready to do this crazy ass sleeping with the enemy, following in the bathroom. Oh, did you forget something in here? She's looking around. Oh, let me straighten the damn towels.
Exactly. He's a controller. Ooh, Randy be up in the house.
He is. What a prick. I just have to say, what a fucking prick. I'm sorry, but oh my God. He should not be taking up my air. Anybody there.
That sounds like something the Queen would say, because I have listened to people. You know what? You don't even deserve the fucking oxygen we got that's free.
Nope. No. He teaches. That's effing scary to me. That motherfucker. A motherfucker. Like, I wouldn't date this. Fuck, I don't want to. I wouldn't date you. I'm not in your race. But
you know what kind of guy he is. You know what kind of guy he is. If you was around him for a while and you were listening to this type of talk, he's that guy that you would say, you know what? Why don't you come over? Spend the night, okay? And you fuck the shit out of him, and then the next day wouldn't answer a fucking phone call. Nothing. Do you hear what I said?
Yes.
Let him ring.
Ghost him.
Ring. Ooh. Block, delete, block. Just to show him.
Yeah.
I put money that motherfucker, unless he took a little blue pill, he couldn't provide all night long. So you could do whatever you wanted. You'd probably be a limp biscuit.
The 32nd man.
Yes.
I just thought of that song. Was it Don't Want a What? 30-Minute Man? What was that? You remember
that? He's a 32nd man.
Oh, wow. He's just, I'm trying to be nasty.
Pump it in, pop it out.
Because he is a child of God, but his mindset.
I bet you. Yeah. I put money on that he doesn't even do foreplay. He's probably like, ready? I'm coming. And that's probably it.
Oh, and he's probably the one that's just really a total freak.
Oh, you know it.
He likes everything, dress up, role play. He's somebody to bite ass cheeks, everything. He's down for it, baby. But that's why he'd be that guy Oh, freak him down and then walk away and never answer your fucking phone.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd leave that motherfucker handcuffed to the fucking headboard. Yeah, with some girl panties on.
I ain't ironing my panties for nobody.
No, wait a minute. You know when you get ready to go to big girl draws, call me. Can't be leaving on good draws.
And I ain't sending them to the cleaners. I'm sorry. That's your problem, not mine.
Wait a minute. These big girl draws, we can't be leaving no good girl panties around for all hell to the dog. You guys are horrible.
We are.
Oh my God, Rags. Now, Rags, that's not nice. Says he dresses like a woman behind doors.
Oh, well, I can see that little fucking fruitcake.
Yeah, he's a freaky little thing.
Woo.
He's freaky in every way, I bet you.
He really made me angry.
We had to do some R. Kelly with him. Whose is this?
Yes.
Say my name.
Exactly. Say my name.
That's what I do human too.
Pull out. I pull a fucking belt out on his ass. Whoop his fucking ass. Get the fuck out of here with a damn belt.
And then you get the belt. You're on top of his ass with a belt on his neck. Saying, say my name, motherfucker. Say my fucking name.
Your name. Oh, Lord have mercy. I know.
Oh, Jesus, a Wednesday night.
Uh-huh.
I'm out of breath. Oh, shit, I feel like I just been running a marathon. Y'all are killing me. I'm telling you, that's a motherfucker you just whoop to sleep. Just whoop his ass like his mom. The girl out of came and said he's short, but just whoop his ass. Get your ass in the fucking bed. I tell you to get in the damn bed.
I jump out the closet with wild hair. And he's fixing to show me something. I scare him to death.
Oh, please stop.
Be there the
leather and a whip, motherfucker.
Right. He wants to be whipped.
Oh, Jesus, help me, please. I know I done lived before. This is my payback. What's a way back? There's gotta be some payback.
Oh, girl, hell is real.
Yes, Lord. Damn. Oh, baby.
Wow. Yeah, it feels good to laugh. It feels good to laugh.
I was gonna be like, I'm just gonna pop in and say hello and
no such thing on this channel.
And you're like, oh, I got to stay. I got to stay now.
Damn.
Got me so fucking fired up.
Listen, where's AB? Where's AB when you need him?
Oh my gosh.
He's bitching about Ernie. That fucking
no start. No names. I saw the title earlier.
So
that dude is praying. I mean, I'm just gonna keep this short. Everybody,
look, I'm ready to pull my bosom out and say, "Baby, you want some breast milk? See if we can squeeze it tight enough, pull some milk out of here."
It's just perfect.
Your ass needs some formula.
Oh me, he does. You're right. You're right. He does.
Some Similac times.
He is not fully grown, and his brain is not fully developed yet.
Yeah, he's a bad 37. He's exactly what I talk about all the time. It doesn't matter the age.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't 37. Matter the age. 37. This is what's sad.
Yeah.
It would be a miracle for him to change his ideology at this point.
Yes, it would be, and I think it comes directly from all those women who said no to him. You know, so now he's married the perfect woman. They're going to have perfect children because he's done all the research.
And he's one of them. I knew when he opened his mouth, he's one of them type.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Very sad.
Absolutely.
Because he could be better than what he's spewing right now.
That's
what's sad about him. He doesn't have to be this way, but that's a choice. That's his
choice to be this way. It's his revenge on mankind. So,
but see, he's not hurting anybody but himself. You're talking about a world filled with 10 billion or so people. Yeah. So what you're doing means nothing. We're gonna, at the end of the night, shut this computer phones off. Right. You will be a distant memory, walking around spewing that venom. The only person that's going to be directly affected is himself and whoever the hell's in his peripheral.
Yeah, he's just trying to get his jollies by, acting superior.
Yeah.
And wanting a superior world. Yeah. I wish everybody was as smart as I am.
Okay, Rack says he definitely got mommy issues. Art says, I wish her luck. Must be talking about the wife.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think somebody married to him would be tiptoeing around, and that's a terrible way to live in your own damn house.
Oh, eggshells.
Because I can tell you now, big girl ain't tipping nowhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm not tipping no damn well.
Don't
Just
mess that
right-
casserole up.
If you see big girl tipping, you better call the ambulance.
I'm not tipping around either. So
You better ask Queen, what wrong with your feet? What wrong with her? Oh, baby, no. Hell to the no.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Randy, give us your opinion about, we discussed different avenues pertaining to baby daddies. The baby daddy that favors other women's children. Let's say he's with another woman, he has children on the side or a child on the side, and he's not with that baby mother. He doesn't take care of that child, blah, blah, blah. But the lady he's with, he's doting on her kids, feeding them, providing.
he should provide for those kids.
Okay.
But do I have kids with him too?
He's providing for his new girlfriend's kids, but not his own.
So good.
Oh no, he'd be hitting the road.
Cynthia says, "Wife better wake up quick." We got a Jamie Smith here. Who's this?
Here comes Jamie, and here comes Crystal.
Crystal.
All right.
Jamie.
Hello.
Where you calling from?
I'm in Indiana.
Whoop.
It's snowing.
Oh, we're gonna pray for you. I get scared when I see these names that I don't know, because I be thinking, Lord, all I need.
My picture's not on there for some reason.
Huh?
My picture didn't show up this time for some reason.
Don't worry about it. Go ahead and give me your commentary, baby.
Look, I don't know. At first, like when I first heard him say you don't breed with everybody, I was kind of excited.
Get my neighbor here.
And then I guess I didn't listen to the rest. That's a narcissist.
Well, agree, and let's do something that nobody even called out from the jump. We never said anything to him when he even used that word.
True story.
That's a word we use when we're talking about people that just keep having kids.
Right.
Okay, it's really a very nasty word to use about another human, but some of us have used it. I was leery when I heard that word. I said to myself, "Now, where is this getting ready to go? Where is this going?"
Some people sound more intelligent when they don't speak.
Oh, wow. Damn.
Because I was kind of excited at first. I'm like, here we go.
I need a martini.
Louder. Then I'm like, wait. I missed the rest of the conversation.
That's going in my journal tonight.
Wow.
So when you first started hearing him speak, you were favorably impressed, and then you sort of began to.
I mean, kind of in between. I can't say in the beginning, but like in the middle, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing laundry, and it was kind of hit or miss. And then I heard what I'm saying about unintelligent people and this and that. And honey, everybody's intelligent. A broken crayon still colors the same color.
You know what? I'm dead there.
Hello? Yep.
Because I had to tell you, he seems like he's missing a few brain cells, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Not a damn crayon.
Another crayon.
I'm so damn sick right now. I can scream. Wow.
He caught me off guard because when he started to talk about it, it kind of sounded interesting, and he went way.
Yeah, that's because you thought the way he spoke that he might be intelligent.
Yeah, then he talks about people being.
Right.
Yeah, he's a narcissist. He thinks that he's better than everybody. I think his parents didn't tell him enough that he was special or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
I think that's his mask.
So
maybe they did tell him he was special.
Yeah.
Let's say this. He basically did. He say he was in a nuclear family, so perhaps his parents told him he was the bomb. He's a superior, a black man. He's all
that.
Made of. You are very important. Which those are things you're supposed to tell your children.
Right. But at the same time, telling everybody that you would whore around. That doesn't, in the same sentence, it doesn't make sense to me. I don't get it.
Yeah.
But that's where he put his foot in his mouth when he admitted that he whored around before marrying that wife. And then you got the nerve to use that word with a panel full of women
to
downgrade.
You're out of line.
Yeah,
you're out of line.
But you were okay when they were whoring with you.
Well, and that's the thing.
No, it's gross. It's
disgusting. So what was wrong with those whores?
Yeah.
Versus the whore that they were sleeping with.
They weren't puppets. He found a puppet.
I think those whores turned him down.
How can you sit up and say anything about women that sleep around when you were doing the same damn nasty thing? And in the end,
he wasn't.
It's your perception who people sleep with is their business. So you got a lot of nerve because you're talking about yourself.
Right. And he wasn't, obviously, he wasn't man enough for them to keep around, or he wouldn't have been.
He didn't tell us, oh, yeah, I dated a girl for 6 years. Then I met my wife and married her.
You
You had your ding ding in everybody's earlobe.
Right.
Listen, he had his ding ding in other women's earlobes.
Oh yeah,
all across the Great Lakes. But can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
I do think he's a closet freak. I agree.
What happened? What's wrong with your earlobe? I got dickitis.
He probably did too a couple. He probably did too a couple times.
He's putting his dick in my ear.
I'm just saying it took him a long time to get it right. If he thinks he's that intelligent, being 37 and not
at 37, he ain't got a clue.
He's about. Let me tell you something. He gonna get surprised when that little baby come out and get to talking shit.
Mm-hmm.
That little toddler get to talking like you pay rent and bills. He gonna be looking like, I didn't breed this. Where did this baby come from? Them new babies, baby. You late to the game. You better wake up.
Yeah. Yep. He's going to have a baby that's going to, at 18, is going to turn around and say, Daddy, you being so stupid. And now he won't be able to handle that.
Oh, yeah, he won't be able to handle that. Yeah.
You could put him in Harvard. They could be intelligent as hell and then turn around and do drugs. And then that's in a discussion.
But that's the whole point, is that we are people first. It does not matter your accolades. It does not matter your parents. It does not matter the gene pool. None of that matters when you are a free thinking individual.
Yes. And that's just like saying, the opposite of that is saying you can't ever rise above your raising. And people do it every single day.
Exactly.
They might have been raised poorly, but they made the decision, I'm going to climb up and climb out of this.
That's what I'd like to know. You want me to see that both of her parents are these very highly intelligent people that never drank, never used drugs, never got sick, don't have any type of debilitating disease or anything wrong with them. They've never had an STD. I refuse. Because it's bullshit and you know it.
Yes, absolutely.
It doesn't matter. That's like I always say, like my oldest brother and my youngest brother. But yeah, us middle two siblings, we don't do drugs. My oldest brother's an addict and my youngest sibling's an addict. So
but you can be born to the same parents.
Same parents.
That have 3 children.
Yes.
2 will turn out okay and 1 will not.
Yes.
It's a matter of, did they treat one different, favor one different? Could have, but and that's not how people are going to judge them. They're going to say, oh, they all got the same mommy and daddy. I don't know what happened to Bob.
And it doesn't
what about Bob?
How you raise them, it's how they feel. You could give them all the attention in the world, but they
that's
could still feel like they lack attention.
That's true. One child can be more needy, one child's more self-sufficient.
And it's not it's not what you do, it's how you make them feel. I mean, that's all that matters.
Lord have mercy.
Yes.
But I should say that was just because, like I said, I had to take back my
comment. Let me tell you something about this fool. He'll be at the doctor's office every day with his children.
Oh,
yes. Yeah, looking
there's something wrong with him. He coughs continuously. And I need to check him into the psychiatrist. It'd be something. His child will be probably suicidal. That's
he's not gaining inches or gaining weight. Like he's only in the
somebody like him.
His weight.
He would have a child that would have identity issues very early on. Very early on. His child will be just jacked
especially
up.
As a parent when you have those high expectations for your child.
Yes, and you will put them onto your children who would then end up having fucking problems.
Yes, they'll hate themselves.
They'll hate themselves.
Have very low self-esteem issues.
Yeah.
So I pray seriously that he doesn't procreate.
Look, you have to do the world a favor and not do it. If you want to break the world, don't you breed.
No.
I hope he was really just saying it for pretend. And
that's what I was hoping. You took the words right out of my mouth. I was getting ready to say, I hope this is just an act. Because somebody wanting views for their channel. But in the end, you're putting this message out here. So the only way you're going to be able to take it back is if you say, well, I made a mistake and I really don't mean those things.
But like the look on his face, he looked really for real serious.
Yes.
But see, that's the whole point. You put it out here now. You can't. You want to take it back and say
right. Like he was getting comfortable and rolling up his sleeves and all. Like he was for real serious about this conversation. That's scary.
Yes.
Well, if I didn't know people like him who are scary, scary people, I might have, thought that too. But I believe he buys into what he's thinking.
Those questions.
Yeah. I'll tell you when my interview with him would have been completely over. The minute he asked me about my grandmother's medical records, I'd have walked. That would have been me walking.
Well, and it makes you wonder if it's like a male. And I'm not saying nothing bad by no means, but like, what's in it for her? I mean, that's really what you got to think. Like,
that's a very good question. What is she gaining by being with somebody like him?
Like that, right? I mean, he's got to be controlling. Like I said,
he's got expectations. That's not the norm. Most people are not going to be asking I think once
Like,
I had somebody ask me that a few months ago, do you have any health issues? But that's very rare for a guy to ask a woman that unless he's seeing signs that maybe she's not well. Then I can see you asking me or a woman, hey, I'm noticing you've been sick or down a while. Is there something going on with you?
Like, are you okay? Like, I'm concerned. Not that, oh, well, we
but
gotta
not,
stop.
Yeah, first day I meet you at a party or function. So, are you diabetical?
Yeah.
We can only have sex if you have problems. we can't spend the night. You gotta leave before the sun comes up. If you have
Does your family have any dissociative disorders?
What's your IQ?
I mean, just imagine he did that stuff right there. That was pretentious. You know, he didn't go back into medical records. That's not.
Anybody have any high blood pressure? You know, us African American people, we do tend to be diabetical and have hypertension.
What size shoes do you wear? What size shoes does your mom wear?
Exactly. Does your mother have any?
What age did you get gray hair? Does
new fat, old fat?
Yeah. How tall are your parents? How tall are your siblings?
When did your daddy start losing his hair? Does he have all of his hair?
Does he have male pattern baldness? Yeah. Please.
And is your daddy taller than 5'5"?
Because I don't give a shit what anybody says. No family is perfect. You can't find a single family that has nothing genetically wrong. Like, I don't know.
Hello, Molly.
Yeah.
Weirdo. I'm gonna let somebody else talk. I just had to say, like, I had to take back my comment publicly because I pretended like he was a cool guy in the beginning.
Yeah.
Well, I think you and somebody else was rooting for him, and I didn't never say anything. I just said we're gonna let him we're gonna let him talk. We're gonna let him talk.
Thankfully we did, because I would have went to bed thinking that he was a cool guy.
Yeah. Well, Jamie, he came in, you know, in a respectful manner.
Right, like he had some intelligence in the conversation.
Right.
I know. Kind of like that serpent in that garden.
Or like
exactly.
he is a baby daddy, because we was low key talking about baby daddies. We weren't talking about genetics of your wife or her grandpappy's pappy.
That's crazy. Crazy.
Hey, let's say something. All the baby daddies are saying, "Thank God he
right."
He done took about good deals.
They done forgot about all us deadbeats. We're in the clear. They say don't bring that shit
he did open his mouth.
Thankfully, he is not a baby daddy. We hope.
Ooh, can you imagine?
Or if he is, thankfully they went way left field.
Oh, let me tell you, he would get the worst fucking kids. I could see a little
baby. That's the karma he's buying.
Yeah, but and that's like I was saying, the kids suffer, and that's what they don't understand. Like,
hey, 6 months old, a baby jumping out of the crib. You ain't my daddy.
That's right.
Whack him upside his damn head.
Or it'd be the total opposite. They'd be waiting at the window, waiting I'm gonna show up, and he'd be like, "No, your left ear's bigger than your right. You're not going today.
Yeah, this ain't mine.
Yeah,
I object. Yeah,
that's that white guy's baby.
Woo! Please stop.
I don't know. He's too much. And like I said, I kind of was in and out of the conversation, but thankfully, I came back up and listened.
Jamie, you're fine. Don't give it another thought. You're fine.
Yes. But I needed that laugh though, for real.
Well, yeah, we all needed that.
I think we all did, because I'm telling you, I was not expecting any of that.
I thought my life was a little strange.
I thought it was a stimulating conversation, and it just went all the way left. I said,
This little choo-choo jumped the track.
So I bet he don't know what to do being pushed out by a woman though. You just straight done. Let's go.
Plus I already gave you a pass when I let you call a woman a whore.
That's right. The first time.
And let even a minute go by. But yeah, that was it. I knew it was over when he said that. Like, okay.
I think he's been dominated by women and he doesn't like it.
That's the whole thing. That's probably a lot of things that have happened to him that is the reason why he thinks the way he thinks. It could be a lack of parental guidance.
Right.
It could be overly parental guidance.
But not man enough to admit something like that. He's too arrogant.
Mm-hmm.
Say what again, baby?
He's too arrogant to admit something like that.
Oh yeah.
He's too arrogant to her what?
To admit that it was lack of.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
Yeah, he had a perfect. I should have said, "Are you Prince Harry?" Had a perfect rating.
I was going to say, I don't
want royalty in him.
And he has been around, family dynamic where there were no single women, with children, not married. Could have been. I can't just say he was lying, but that's why I let him go ahead and finish talking. I said, I'm gonna let him finish talking. I'm not gonna judge anything he's saying. I'm gonna just let him, say what he has to say. But like I said, when you start disrespecting women, that's a path that I can't allow.
Yeah, exactly. You did the right thing. Absolutely.
Obviously, he keeps his friend circle small, which is fine. But at the same time, you got to be a miserable individual to where you're going to judge other people by the way they live their life. I don't know.
Yeah. By their pedigree.
Right.
Yeah, but I'm not going to sit here and waste my time worrying about who shot Roger Rabbit, how many men that girl slept with, or who the neighbor. I don't care. That has nothing to do with me.
If you're cool business, then we got bit, but I don't care about your past life. As
long as it's not affecting me in any type of negative way, I can't sit up here and worry about how many people somebody slept with 2 years ago, 20 years ago.
Well, and it sounds like he got around quite a bit.
He did get around. Oh, trust me, his nut sacks was on a lot of people's foreheads.
Right.
You're worrying about somebody else's vagina and where it's been. Where's that fucking dick been?
He probably got some real long nuts.
Or probably both.
You could take a rubber band and tie around them bad boys, but a slingshot.
And should.
Well, his nuts are probably longer than his dick. So,
alrighty then. I love how subtle you are, Randy.
Yeah, very subtle.
I know.
So undignified.
I'm telling you, he pissed me off.
I'm like, tell you something. Who done it? What would the queen think?
Tea and crumpets time. Yes.
That is not perfect etiquette. You are such a horror.
But I'm not, even though I'm not though. You are, but I'm not.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I'm glad he's found the perfect woman. Yeah. And which I rather doubt.
I'm just sitting here
well, my kids think I'm perfect, so that's all that matters to me.
Hey, right. That's it. That's it.
So in my world, I'm perfect.
Exactly.
That's right.
But I'm also normal, and here we are.
Yes. Yes.
Perfectly.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I bet you he's the type. He wouldn't even let me eat ice cream in the bed.
Oh, why is that not?
That'd be the end of that.
Ice cream.
And you had to change your socks.
Yeah. No.
Oh my God. Don't eat that in here.
Oh my.
They probably
wash the bed, the sheets right now.
If you eat that ice cream and potato chips in the bed.
I'd be like, man, I'm going to put this on your dick. You want to do it.
How do you feel now?
I'm dead. You know what? Class over. Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
I walk in here, and like I said, I was tired, and I'm like, okay.
Oh yeah, but you're right. But you are right about
my blood pressure probably went up 50 fucking points listening to that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Putting him in the handcuffs, and like I said, he'd be the perfect guy for a revenge date. You talk. Let him talk. Screw him real good. I mean, give him the best sex he's ever had. I mean, make that Negro cry.
That'd be a good YouTube date.
Just give it to him. And then, like you said, say, come on, let's play a little game. I'll tie you up. I'll sex you up real good. Tie his ass up and then start putting your man clothes.
And post it on YouTube.
Come on, baby. Where you going? Now, come on now. Don't play like that. Where you going? Angie! Don't do this to me, Angie!
Look, and then I'll send my mom in and be like, oh, here you go. She's a little bit more perfect than me.
Yeah. You're gonna love Mama.
Yeah.
Let her
No. Send a big heavyweight in there. Somebody about 5'6".
My mom, like, don't put me in there.
Let her come in. She got a raspy before.
Let her man a little bit.
Chaotic. Chaotic truth. That's what he's wearing. Is chaotic truth.
Best sex of your life, boy.
He is chaotic.
Bend over.
Cowboys.
I was gonna say that. Bend over. Take it like a man.
Yeah, save a horse.
Can I ride on top, Daddy? Oh, Daddy, can I get on top?
He'd get lost in the sauce. He wouldn't know what to do. He looks like he don't, like you said. He's probably like, all right, here you go. Drop your
get a big girl on top. I mean, get a heavyweight on top. Well, he just say he can't breathe. You're crushing my leg.
And slap that arrogance right off his face. Yeah.
He looks like he's by the books. No, you have to lay down.
You're crushing my leg, lady.
Yeah. You've had your 3 minutes. I'll have mine.
Hell, or just be a big ass gal and sit on top of with a bowl of ice cream.
Yeah.
and
Mama got ice
on
cream.
his chest.
And he just crying, "You're heavy!
I can't
You're
believe.
heavy! You're heavy!" Who's a whore now, bitch?
Oh, Lord have mercy.
We have cut up beyond belief.
We got him messed up, that's for sure.
Oh,
Look,
yeah.
and I hope his wife watches it with him.
Yes.
Can I ride on your back, Daddy?
Because she's part of that.
I like horsey back rides.
Mm.
Big girl. I've been a big girl a while, and I never rode on a horse before.
Yeah. Can I wear my Daisy Dukes and ride on your back?
His feet couldn't touch the ground. His feet wouldn't touch the ground.
Daddy.
I got a cowboy hat I want to wear.
Yes.
Oh my God, I'm getting hot. I got to
I swear.
I'm sweating.
You need to
Look at all this junk.
go fix you a margarita.
Oh, Jesus.
Cool down.
I can't fool with y'all. Please, Jesus, forgive me. The Lord said, I got to talk to you and get off that line.
Mm-hmm.
And that Queen, that song you were saying is 1 minute, man. It's not 30 minutes. It's 1 minute, man.
Oh, yeah, 1 minute. Yeah.
Missy Elliott.
Yeah. He probably could do a little something, but I'm telling you, revenge sex that's the only thing you can do with him is just have sex and keep it moving.
Oh, man,
But the way he talks, it sounds like it'd be boring.
Well, yeah,
I'd
he'd be
straddle that
boring.
motherfucker with my bowl of ice cream, lick that shit off of everywhere that's not important, cuff him to the bed, and fucking leave him a risen to the stars.
And it'd probably be more exciting.
Yes.
Tell me, leave,
Oh,
no, you just
Lord.
leave your clothes on. I got this.
T Sophia talking about throw his clothes out the front door and tell him get the hell out. Bye, Felicia. Y'all are sick.
Good night.
Night.
Oh, Lord.
Jesus.
Hurt him in the worst way. Yeah.
Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about that kind. He ain't had no good sex. I already know
That's
that.
right.
He ain't had somebody just make his ass sit and suck his fucking thumb
And rock his world
and rock his world. He stop all that bullshit.
while he's screaming to Jesus.
He needs somebody to just turn his ass out. He wouldn't think about YouTube, a panel, or nothing else.
He wouldn't be called. He wouldn't be thinking intelligence is perfect at that point.
He'd be like your little kids. You know when little kids sit and look in the window waiting for mama to come home?
Yes.
That's how the fuck he be. He gets some good pussy. He be at the window pulling the curtains down. What is she? She said she
Pulling his phone, waiting for it to vibrate.
Right. Tear the, he'll be taking the buttons off the wall.
He'd write you a
You know how kids do.
paragraph.
Why do kids stretch that out? Mommy.
I don't know. It's a cry. It's a cry.
And then they'll write a book afterwards.
Mhm.
Well, Dr. Phil said, let them fall out right there on the floor. Keep on walking. They'll get up.
Mhm.
Oh.
Ooh, I'd need some kind of terrible therapy right after that. For him, I'd be in therapy in a week.
Damn.
Deep therapy.
But let me tell you something. But let's think of the worst case scenario. He could really do damage to a woman's mind that's gullible and green.
You know
He
that.
can have a woman hating herself. He could have a woman drawn to suicide, talking like that to her.
Yeah.
God forbid if he really did have good sex, he'd have a woman out here walking a tightrope.
Yeah.
I
Jumping
bet
off a
that
bridge.
he's not with a strong woman. I just don't think he could be with an authoritative woman. Like I
Well,
would kill
No
him.
way.
That
Well,
he couldn't handle
when he was-
once we started twisting on him. You notice he couldn't quite. He
Yeah.
lost his train of thought.
And he couldn't sit still.
Yeah, well,
He needs to have one of those meek. Yes, sir. No, sir. You want a fucking mint on your pillow? Stop that bullshit.
yeah, baby, this ain't Holiday Inn. I'm sorry. Mm-mm.
Welcome to the W Hotel.
Stick a mint somewhere, all right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right at the ass crack.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
But by the way he talks, he's a child of God. And then he talks about whoring around. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, there's always a flaw in people who are trying to put on the airs and
You know,
act
hey
like they're
Donna,
perfect.
but you know what? I bet you he spends this shit out in the street, and that's the most dangerous place besides YouTube.
Mhm,
You get to go into
Yes.
the church, you get to go into the job, and everybody's patting him
yeah.
on the back. Oh, he's such a great guy. Oh my God, did you hear him? Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
You know, flubbering and shit. And I'm
Mhm.
telling you, dangerous.
Well, look, if you guys want to ask those questions, I mean, I would have just thought what he was saying. You know what I mean?
I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
So I wonder how many other people don't ask those questions when I don't know.
Well, you don't walk up into a chat.
He dangerous. Whole playhouse. See, he didn't know me. He didn't know how I was going to take him. I let him talk.
Yeah.
I let him get all that out just enough. I gave him enough rope, as the old people would say. Gave him enough rope.
Yeah.
Himself, because he.
Well, it was fair. You gave him a fair hearing. You gave him a fair shot to defend his thinking. And when you realize he was being insulting, now that's it.
Yeah, because that's the whole point. Where can you take it once you've called somebody out their name?
Yeah.
But then he said, well, she asked me why I didn't have kids. You could have just simply said, well, because I feel like I should only breed with certain individual. You didn't have to take it as far as you did and give us all the details.
Yeah.
You could have left it at that. It's not your channel. You can go into details on your own channel.
Yes. Yeah.
As you stated, you already have. So why do we need to hear it again?
And then, like Leah saying in the chat, married his perfect woman 6 months ago and disrespects her on YT. Now, I don't know about that. Well, I do know he's disrespected women in general by saying what he said, whores. So as a woman sitting there listening to him, I would be disrespected even if I was the type that didn't sleep around with a lot of men. I'd still say, well, she's still a woman and you slept with her. So what does that make you? You're just as a whore as she or the other women. You're talking about yourself.
Right, exactly. That's the big commentary on that.
It's okay for him to do that, but not for the other one.
Yeah, because that's what's expected of men. It's okay for a man to have lots of women and sex, but you can't do it. It's not a good look for you. You're a woman. You've only had to sleep with that one guy till marriage. It doesn't look right. You've got 5 different baby daddies, 3, 4 different husbands. Hell no. It's not a good look for you, Susie.
Susie Ho. I got to excuse myself for about 30 seconds. I'll be right back.
Okay, that's fine, baby.
Yeah. Okay. Honey, there is no excuse for you, but we'll try while you're gone. I'm just kidding.
Just sad.
Anywho, back to deadbeat dads, I guess.
Well, Jamie, what do you feel about my topic? Laying baby daddies. That's where I was.
Look, so I do have to say, my kids, I have 4 biological, I have 5 children, 4 I birthed, but the 5th is mine as well. But he's my favorite because he loves me. He doesn't have to. But my oldest, his dad passed away. Long story short, we were young. He passed in the military. But I had my second son, and him and his dad and I, we were best friends, and we ended up getting together. And we split up when I was pregnant, like towards the end of my pregnancy. But he wasn't so grand in the beginning. He wasn't a deadbeat, but he lacked priorities, if that, you know what I mean. He's paid child support since I had him in the hospital. Like, we never went to court. Like, when we did go to court, because I was on state medical insurance, they made me take him to court to get court ordered child support, but it was no different. We'd already had it agreed between us. I was a good baby mama, so they say, and I wrote a letter to the judge, gave him joint custody, physical, legal, the whole 9 yards. We didn't fight about nothing.
Well, that's good.
And then our son's now 16, but when he was, I want to say like 12, 13, 13 years later, I had to take him back to court because he got with a girl that, was supposedly such a good woman. She had 6 kids of her own and the yada, yada, yada. She was very mean to my child. She was amazing in the beginning. And then very,
what do you think went wrong?
Toxic. I can't say he allowed it, but he didn't put a stop to it in a sense. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But he did finally leave her. It wasn't very long lived, thankfully. But in 13 years, we never stepped into a courtroom. And finally, I just got tired of my son saying, Mom, I don't want to go there. I'm like, why?
Yeah, that's a sign of a child's happy at first and then doesn't want to go back to the parents' house.
So as a mom, I'm like, I can't allow it. Like, and my son's dad was like, oh, well, he doesn't like it because he has chores over here. I don't care if he doesn't like it because the bathroom's painted yellow and he doesn't like it. It doesn't matter. Your child doesn't like something. That's all that matters. Within reason, but you should still listen to him.
Yeah.
But he's never.
So you don't think it's about the chores? It was about the chores.
Absolutely not. She was very, very, very. We didn't get along, and she took it out on my child.
Okay.
But we didn't get along because the way you treated my child, the way you came in thinking that you're going to change shit up and make rules. No. You take care of your kids. I'll take care of mine.
Okay.
Right.
Now, if I wasn't in the pit, I would understand. You know, if he's doing something wrong, then you tell him, you don't put your hands on my child. I don't put my hands on my child. You don't put your hands on my child.
Okay.
You may put your hands on your own kids, but don't put them on mine. You know what I mean? Just belittling him, making him feel less than he's, I don't know.
Okay.
But
well, how's your son's relationship with her now?
No, they don't speak. She's not in his dad's life. He doesn't have other kids.
That's what you said. She left. Okay.
I have other children, but he does not.
I see.
But we've never had, we co-parent fairly well. I mean, not the great, but we don't, our child isn't involved in our, you know what I mean? He doesn't see our disagreements.
Well, what do you think of men with lots of baby mothers, babies?
Well, see, that's what I was going to say. For a while, when my son wasn't going over there because of this woman, he was still taking it up and spending time with her kids. And I never said you couldn't see your son. I said your son's not going over there because he doesn't want to. In the meantime, you could have took time out of your day to come see him.
That's true.
You chose to just take it up, you know, and
because that's the thing. You have free range to roam the earth with your children
my
anywhere.
son's seen all those things.
Yeah.
But see, like you said about the women with baby daddies that don't take care of their kids, some women don't give a shit.
Yeah.
They don't care. They're just perfectly okay with being.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that because that's a subject I did not bring up.
Oh, it's my biggest pet peeve.
Woman who is with a man and
knows he doesn't
take care of his children, whether she has children or not. How can you be with a man that does not mentally, physically, and financially provide for his children?
Nor does he act any type of way to your kid. Like, that's what bothered. Like, I mean, I get it's not okay for him to take care of yours.
So you got those that do that, because I mentioned that earlier. You have those guys that will favor your kids, but he won't take care of his own.
Right, but then he doesn't. But he's with you and doesn't take care of nothing. Like, you guys been together for 5 years, yet you still take the kids to the daycare. Why? It doesn't make. Why are you gonna be with them?
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It takes all kinds, but I can honestly say I don't see the purpose of being with a man who has children or
that he doesn't take care of.
Yeah, that he doesn't take care of.
Yeah.
You start spinning that web. Well, I don't see him because of this reason, or she won't let me do this, and
there's ways around that. I don't.
I'd be very leery.
Or we don't get along. That doesn't matter. There's ways around that too.
Yeah, but see, that's the hope. That's why a lot of us don't get along as it is. It's always about somebody else, and that should never be the determining factor or why you don't see your children, because you and the baby mother, father don't get along, or somebody's wanting the other one back, or somebody's crying about more money. The point is, you have to try to say to this person, as subtle as you can, it's about the child. It is not about us.
Because if you're not grown enough to have a conversation to that,
you don't have a problem.
You're not grown enough to have kids.
And it's true. This does happen because people can't meet up to civilly speak to one another.
Right. And I was one of those people in the beginning.
Really?
But it didn't affect my son's time with his father. Like, I still get bitter at times, but it doesn't affect the relationship, my son and it. They still see each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
We split week on, week off. Whether me and his dad are having problems or not, that doesn't matter. We go.
Yeah. But see, a lot of people use the children as tools, and that's why the children forming such. They end up just mimicking those same ways down the road, or having issues with men and women as they get older.
Or they dislike their father because their mother says they need to.
Yeah, and so that's why they tell you to talk about your business with your kids, because they are impressionable. So if you start bragging about a man every day or a woman, eventually that is going to affect the child to where he or she may start to talk about the parent, and that's not what a child should be doing.
And it's how they're raised. No. I didn't meet my biological father until I was 19. My stepdad adopted me when I was 8. My mom never spoke ill will about my father. Never.
Right,
the only thing she ever told me is he was
young.
Well,
they recommend that you don't do that.
He was young. You know what I'm saying?
They are really a dog-ass person. Just don't say anything bad about him around your kids.
Because I always wondered, I have 2 other siblings. He takes care of them every day. Why not me? You know what I mean? But my mother always said, it's not him. It's his woman. Like, it's the other kids' mom. And he told me the day I met him, that's the first words he spoke to me. But
in the end, he has free will. You can't blame somebody else for how they act. You're with them. So you have
Thankfully, I was an exception because I was very well taken care of by my parents. But my mother never spoke ill of him. Never.
That's something I don't like. There are people who like to make excuses for what the other person is doing in a relationship. But my thing is, you're with them. You can't keep saying, I'm making excuses about the person that you're with. You're with them, and you have another child or children. You cannot bring your children in an environment that's negative and make excuses and say, well, he's like this, she's like this. Well, you're like that too because you're allowing it.
Yeah. Right. And see, that's to this day, I'm 37 years old. I still have zero relationship with my 2 siblings that he had. And I've tried. when my dad passed away. Thankfully, I got 12 really amazing years with him before he passed. But I kept telling myself, well, you know, at the end of the day, I still have a dad to go home to. But that doesn't matter. That doesn't mean I hurt any less or that you hurt more. But their mother has made them ill will of me just because. You know, and I don't know any. I've never met her until my dad's funeral. I never even knew what she looked like. But I'm the bad person.
Isn't that where people meet their other siblings and relatives?
But I'm a child. Yeah. Well, I met them prior. Like they were in my life when he came, but not like really in my life. If that makes sense.
Okay. I got you.
Yeah. Especially my sister, because I think it's a mom-daughter thing. You know what I mean? But I was a product of my father cheated on my mom with their mom. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
But their mom told them a different story. Their mom told them that me and her were the same age.
Oh.
And that he cheated on. So I was the evil one. You know what I mean?
I see what you're saying.
But we're 2 years apart. We're not even the same age.
See, all that grown folks' business.
It's not their business.
You're supposed to be talking to kids about that kind of stuff.
Like I keep my kids very in tune with the real world, but to a certain extent.
Yes, I understand.
Yes.
It's not their business.
Well, how do you feel about a man with a lot of children? He won't marry any of the baby's mothers. Let's say a man has 10 kids, 11 kids, and he has never married not one baby's mother.
But wants to marry you.
Well, let's just say he married a woman down the road, and she had several kids too. He married her, but my point is he didn't think to marry any of the women beforehand that he had several kids by. Why is that?
I mean, I think it's a responsibility thing. And mentally, his men take longer to grow up, but it's a maturity thing. But I think that's foul.
Yeah, I think it's very foul because a man could be with this other woman now, and their relationship hasn't been the greatest. You know, they had jealousy, infidelity. The man is still fucking around. He still likes putting his pee-pee in different people's pants. So my thing is, well, you should have known that when you met him, when he had all those kids, and then he wasn't married to his baby's mother.
But now you want to complain about it.
And the street had to have told you he's a whore. And yet you dated him anyway. You married him anyway. So
some women did that kind of attention.
Yeah, I never could understand that mentality of getting with somebody you know has a bad history with women and have a lot of kids, and he's not with not one damn baby's mama.
It doesn't take care of any of them. Then, honey, at the end of the day, he's got to take care of you.
Mandating out of state now. Yeah, he does now. And is that not a jail for not payment, no payment, stop payment.
Right.
See, that's so wrong. That's so wrong.
A lot of grandparents are raising their children because of these kinds of situations.
Yeah.
Sad.
That's like I try to tell my mom every day. My mom's like, "Why didn't do that with you guys?" Well, Mom, I'm not raising my kids in the same way. And I'm only 37. I just turned 37 a week ago, but I'm not raising my kids in the same world that you raised me in. It's a whole different world now. Yeah. You got 12 and 13-year-old kids out there having kids like it's an everyday thing. When I was 12, even if I was to become pregnant at 12 or 13, they would look at me like I was an alien. It just wasn't really heard of.
Yeah, but your mom, I bet you were probably raised in such a fashion that was not a thought process.
No, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I got arrested for shoplifting when I was young, and stupid stuff. But nothing. No way.
But so many parents right now are not spending that time with their children. They're not giving them these.
I mean, I was 18 when I had it, and I thought that was young.
Right. But, it's the other people that seriously, I don't know who they're expecting to raise their children, but they're not giving them direction. And it's like the whole parenting thing. They're not really caring. Like their child is 13 or 14 and getting pregnant. Come on now. They're still a kid.
Mm-hmm. And see, I live at a college campus town. Like I live where Purdue's at. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Purdue University. So, I mean, there's weird, bad stuff going on everywhere. I actually live 30 minutes from where Abby and Libby were murdered. So.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah. It makes you rethink a lot of things.
Yes. Sure. Yeah. Yes.
You know what happens, but it's different when it hits that close to home.
Oh, yeah. Most definitely. Most definitely.
I'm gonna do a special on the in my Crime Vault series. I'm gonna do a special about the women of Chillicothe. You heard about them?
No.
I haven't.
These are women that were found discarded in Ohio many years ago. They were thrown over into ravines and water, and they all were drug users. So they don't know if it's the same killer or not. It's a very interesting storyline. It's a documentary. I think you can find it on.
There's like a light right here.
Or what? Huh?
Oh, so I woke my husband up. There's like this light orb looking thing. It's just rolling around my bedroom. Sorry, I thought I was on mute.
That's okay. Yeah,
that'll be an interesting topic.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about that and the Jennings 8. I'll probably put them both in the same live because they're both similar. They're each, I believe, drug related.
I'm gonna have to look.
That perhaps the girls in Jennings, Louisiana, they all used drugs and knew of each other, and they all were deemed informants. And the women of Chillicothe, they all knew of each other and they used drugs.
Right.
Yeah, that'll be an interesting thing to hear about. I've not heard anything about that. So
yeah. I mean, both of the stories they're disturbing because when you start talking about people knowing of each other, it'd be no different than somewhere down the road. If let's say we all lived in the same town, like we're sitting here doing this talking, and then one by one of us ends up dead.
Oh yeah.
We have to assume that it's one person that knows us, or more, or maybe two.
I'm having trouble understanding every word because I keep hearing paper shuffling or something. It's making me not understand everything you're saying.
Oh, somebody's doing something in the background, I think.
Okay.
Me getting a snack, probably.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
I'll be ran. Hold on.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Go ahead.
Get your snack on.
All right, ladies. I'm gonna finish this laundry.
Thank you, Jamie.
And get to bed.
Okay.
Thank you, Jamie.
Have a good weekend. You're welcome, sweetheart.
Bye.
Bye now.
All right. Now, what did you have to say? Who done it?
Randy. Well, we've gone around the block. We've gone around the planet tonight, haven't we?
We done went to Tokyo. Didn't need a pad.
But I like it. I when we kind of do that stream of conscious sort of thing.
Putin said, "Why you ain't called me?
How come you had to stop by here?" Well, put your gun down. Maybe I might, but no, not tonight. Ooh.
Y'all kind of busy right now. We're gonna leave you alone.
I don't date men that invade other countries. It's just kind of not on my list of requirements. So, so horrible.
Wow.
Mm-mm-mm.
What in the world?
So these men that we're talking about, I'm just sitting here wondering, why do good women choose bad men like that?
That's another topic too. We'll write that one down in the book of life too.
Book of life, girl. Yeah, it's
loneliness.
Neediness. And just I don't know. Am I missing something? Is there a thing there that women just want to be with anybody rather than be alone? That they
we say that, but I don't want to believe that a woman wants anybody. But then sometimes when you look at some of the people, you're saying to yourself that there must be some truth to it, especially when you see a woman with a man that has no manners. Let's say he's fussing, he's a drunkard, a doper.
Yeah.
She doesn't participate in any of those activities. She might drink, but she's not a drunkard.
Right.
Showing out and falling down drunk, and you have to ask yourself, what is she seeing in him?
There's a lot of people that don't want to be alone or whatever.
Yeah.
I would rather be alone than be with some fucking prick like that,
Yeah, me too.
Seriously.
Yeah.
I have a friend and he just got divorced, or he's in the process of divorce, and he starts sniffing around and I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, well, kind of like, well, you're single, I'm single. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, but my vagina is my vagina, and I don't just flip in. It's not open for fucking business.
Temporarily closed.
Lights off.
But
lights off.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah.
But he's looking for a fucking relationship. You like mother humper, you slept in a separate bedroom for the last 10 years, but now you just want to jump in with both feet You know, I'm like, you're crazy. You're crazy, because my next relationship, okay, I want to be in a relationship, but I fucking can't pick the right man to save my soul. But, you know, you're going to have a job, you're going to have a personality, and motherfucker, you're going to have your own fucking house, because we're going to have some sex, we're going to go out, we're going to have fun, and you're going to take your happy ass back home.
Well, there you go. All right.
There'll be no cohabitating. I mean, I just think that when you reach a certain age that, I just can't picture anybody in my space right now, you know?
Well, that's probably best for you not to have anybody in your space right now.
Right.
You know? So it's not the worst thing that ever happened.
No, I mean, you can meet people like that. I mean, I just want to be able to share with somebody, you know, and
well, sure.
I just don't want to lose everything. You know what I mean? What I have. And in California,
what is it that you would be losing, Rand?
You can, California, you can lose your money, your house, or everything.
California. Okay. So you're in that state of share.
Yeah. Community property. Yeah.
So you definitely have to have everything in your damn name.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Even if you live together, then it's so many years that's considered to be common law marriage. Oh no, Mother Humper. You were I go back to there's your house.
That's why I have Labradors and a bulldog. They don't talk back. I'm dead.
Smart move, Tori. Goodness gracious.
Well, Queen was gonna get her a goldfish.
What? A goldfish.
They go float around.
Yeah.
We ain't gotta walk them outside.
That's right. They don't try to get in your business and run your life.
All he can do is look through the glass like, you still on that computer doing?
You gonna feed me anytime soon? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that's all he gonna do is swim back.
Right.
That's all he gonna do is swim back. Well, she ain't paying me no mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See, I'm looking for a man who's on oxygen, because I can stand on that tube anytime and say, this is what I expect. Or I'll take my foot off this tube when you tell me this is what I'm getting.
You want one on oxygen and his other foot on the banana peel?
Right. Yeah. I want one.
I could do that too. I can do that without problem.
Look, pat his little kneecaps, baby. What's the PIN number?
Or I'm gonna tie this oxygen hose in a little knot till you give me that PIN number.
Get on this chicken girl. You better stop that noise. Oh my gosh.
That's dark. That's dark. I know.
That's real dark. Now you scaring me.
Now listen. Oh, you can't be scared. I know you can't.
You're trying to bring the oxygen network up in chair.
I'm just saying, there's a lot of ways you can get what you want.
All I can say is it better be in writing before you get to twisting up hoses.
Step away from the hose.
Wait a minute. Get up here tightening up hoses and stuff. Get to the blanket, get to the front.
Unplugging the oxygen. I know that's just bad stuff.
We gonna read the wheel now, and then somebody don't never mention your name. Ooh, you gonna be mad, and then you standing at the door talking about Miss Donna, let me holler at you for a second.
Yeah.
We didn't get you downtown.
Yeah. So that's what I want.
So you best be careful. We might have cameras in this good hospital room.
Yeah. Look, a tightened security.
Just so look. Wow.
So,
what a mess.
It is a mess out there. It's a jungle out there. That's for sure. People, I just wish if a lot of this could be solved if people would just be nicer, kinder,
but
more thoughtful, more considerate.
It's impossible. Those people won't do it.
They won't. So
people talk a good game, but they don't really have any intention.
No.
The same ones that talk all that stuff about being nice to people and I want somebody to treat me right. In the end, they'll be the main ones that mistreat people. So.
Yes,
people are horrid. I mean, I was at the store today and I told the ladies, they were like, oh, they put the little separators out now because of COVID-19. You know, we couldn't have the little separators on the conveyor belt. And so they added those back in. And she goes, "Oh, we're almost to normal." And I said, "Yeah, sort of." And I go, "I just wish," I go, "excuse my French, but fucking people would put a fucking smile on their face and be nice to everybody." The lady, she's like, "Amen, girl. Amen."
Hello, Michelle.
Hello, I just wanted to say hi, ladies, and see how everybody was doing tonight. Hadn't been up in a while.
Hi.
So what do you have to bring to the baby daddy syndrome, negative daddy, favor other people's children, won't pay, don't pay, go to jail, get out, won't pay, won't visit kids, different baby mamas, won't marry a baby mama, won't stop having different children by different women?
Well, for one, they need to keep it in their pants and use protection.
Really?
Or they don't need to be having children. That's some of my opinion. But but I got custody of my children. I did get lucky, and he did pay child support. But he didn't have anything to do with his children. He had a lot to do with everybody else's children, and it's still the same way today.
Oh, wow.
And it's a sad situation.
So what age group are your children now?
My children are 29 and 30.
Okay. So they don't have a relationship with their father?
Well, the one does, and the other one is in Dayton, and then that's a sad situation. This one's very bad. If you can catch between the lines, if you know what I'm talking about, it's bad.
Well,
and,
interesting.
I pray every day, and what I wrote you on the panel the other day, it's getting a little bit better, and that was another situation that's getting much better. But long story short, life is what you take it, and you've got to make the best of it, and you got to roll with the punches, and you got to just do the best you can with life. You've got to know what you want out of life. And if you want good, you got to go with good. And if you see that it's going bad, get the hell out and run with Dodge. You know what I mean? And that. So, I want the best and that for life. I try to be the most upbeat, positive person in life. And that.
Hey, dog.
Let me know if you hear buzzing. I do have a hearing aid in. That's why I don't go on the panel much. Because a lot of people complain, and I tried not to go up and bother anyone that much.
No, you're fine.
Thank you, ma'am.
You good, Michelle?
I don't hear anything.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But I do like this group. You are very blunt, and you're very outspoken. I love it.
It got out of control real quick.
Oh, no. This right here is the best medication in the world is laughter.
Yeah, we.
I like this group right here. I really do. I have to say, I come across it one day. I was listening to you.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, we just hit kind of an oil slick late earlier on.
Yeah. Somebody put some olive oil in the gravy.
Didn't work.
I bet you he wouldn't like that. Olive oil would dirty the sheets and an explanation.
Oh no!
Oh no, girl. We gotta do black folk style grease to put some grease. Where the grease go at?
Bring home the bacon, rub it all over you. Yeah.
That black ass fuck will be mad as hell. See her grease down. Wait a minute. Imagine seeing her, a black ass woman, laying in the bed with Crisco from head to toe.
Oh Lord.
Now that's a slippery slope.
You gonna mess up our good cheese, girl. This cow, girl. You gonna mess up these good. We can get some new ones, baby. I put my money in the bank account. We've got money for sheets.
Yeah, put a cherry where it's important. So he's got a place to go to.
Oh my goodness.
That's a good way for somebody to slide right out the window. Miss that landing altogether.
Wait a And then see a little baby go by. And then see a little baby go by. Go, your ass is wrong, bro. You just get your ass.
What you doing in the yard? It's late.
Oh my goodness! And she's the one that said about the oxygen, 1 foot on the cord and a banana peel to slide on.
Yeah, she holding on to the cord and on a banana peel. Damn.
Yeah, we have to watch her.
Yeah,
we're gonna have to watch you, young lady.
Yeah, I can get dark sometime, but you know that's
real dark.
You got to do what you got to do in this life.
Wait a minute, look, I had to slip up. I thought, wait a minute, somebody's got a dissociative disorder up here. Dissociative disorder.
Right?
Were you flipping through the book to find
out? What kind of medication are you taking?
None. I probably should be on medication, and probably I'm probably off my meds right now. So that's okay. I'm having a good time.
I know anybody got with him, they showed up on some dope heroin.
Yes, no doubt about that.
Okay, she needs to call the pharmacy and say that she has no medication.
I will, Michelle. I promise.
500, please.
Alex, are you there? Are you there, Alex?
Oh, Lord. After that,
actually, this is the best medication right here.
Woman to be on the street trying to get some damn heroin.
Yeah, I'm not going to the street for my meds though. I can't do that.
You would if you was dating that was just left up here.
Oh, in a heartbeat, I would be
hit the liquor bottle or the dope man. Take it
I'd be begging. I'd be begging. I'd have my purse wide open, just fill it up. I'm taking every pill in sight tonight.
We bypassing the church. I gotta see the dope man.
I couldn't handle it. Not 5 minutes of that.
Oh my God, she was such a good girl. What happened? Yeah. She had such good genes.
She was perfect in every way. Look at her now, poor thing.
She was perfect. She was the perfect breeder.
Yeah, now eyes are crossed, her hair's all wild. Yeah, what happened? Yeah.
Welcome to Stepford, Ohio.
Stepford wives. Oh gosh, yeah. I wish you'd have used that line on him.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, why didn't you think of that earlier?
Ohio will never be the same.
No, Stepford, Ohio.
I live in Ohio. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on you.
One more person from Ohio. Now this is getting to be a conspiracy up here now.
Mm-hmm. Well, watch out for him.
There's at least 4 people from Ohio or 3 that have been on the panel.
Yeah. If you need a life coach, you check references. He's a life coach, so avoid that.
Please stop. Oh my God, I can't.
And I'm only 4 foot, and I'm a little person, and I would be swimming out of a lot of deep shit right now. Hold up.
You're dark too, Michelle. You can't fool me. I know that laugh.
As long as she don't end up on my oxygen channel.
Oxygen.
Yeah, come over here talking about that lady, ma'am. You are everyday shenanigans. Yes, you have this lady on. She's in penitentiary right now. Would you like to give us some commentary? I don't know.
Lord, I don't. You know what? If that ever did happen to me and something bad happened and they'd come back and find me talking about that on here, I'm doing life. I'm doing 25 to life.
You trying to twist that old man's
everything.
That's gonna do it.
Oh, girl, I would deny everything. I don't know nothing. I do not know a thing. You can't prove nothing. I would change my voice.
Ma'am, we have you on the live, ma'am. You said you wanted to twist the cord, ma'am. Please stop lying, ma'am.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did a voice analyzation on you.
Here's a good voice. I have no idea what you're talking about.
You murdered the old man for the money.
Oh, by the way, I have the awesome show for all of you ladies to watch. Ladies and gentlemen that are on the panel, it is a true story. Okay. And it will blow your ever-loving mind. Okay. It started in New York in 2016, and it is a true story. It's called Invention of Annie. It is on Netflix. It just came out.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you right now, make sure you got some popcorn and a box of tissues. Because I'm going to tell you something.
I don't want the depressing, Michelle.
make sure you do not leave the couch.
Well, I won't leave it if I get depressed. I don't want to watch nothing depressing.
Yeah. Oh, you ain't gonna get depressed. It is going to blow your mind.
Okay.
My daughter told me about it.
We'll check it out. Don't tell us nothing. We'll check it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I went to go find on your panel to put for movies, and I looked, and I went nuts. I said, "Where is this board at to put it on?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "OMG, I'm getting mad." And so I was like, "I'm just going to tell her on the panel." I couldn't.
But go over there to truth seeking bullshit. You can go over there and you comment on all you want and rant and rave. Truth seeking. I'm a YouTube channel person. Whoever the hell he is, go on over there. You can rant and rave in his comment box. I'm sure he leaves it open. Damn.
But I wanted to tell you guys about it, so be sure you watch it.
Okay, thanks for the heads up.
Thank you.
I'm
gonna check out here, you guys. I'm almost at 3 hours.
Yeah.
It's been an enjoyable ride.
Yes, it has been very enjoyable tonight.
Thank you, Michelle.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you guys very much.
Okay. Bye, Michelle.
I had a great time.
Thank you.
Y'all have a good one. Thank you. God bless all of you guys. Thank you.
Okay, baby.
Good night, Michelle.
Be careful. Have a good weekend, sweetheart.
Night, y'all.
Good night.
Night.
All right.
Ooh, Lord. Lord, look, right about now, I need me a good man.
Yeah,
exactly.
So I can just be.
I
just thought that's horrible. Take my frustration out on Lord.
Yeah.
Good night, Miss R. Thank you, sweetheart.
Yeah.
Wow. What about this?
Russia.
Was an interesting show.
Yes, it was. It was a good show. Good show.
Yes.
It contained a little bit of everything.
Just imagine if somebody paid tickets for this and was like in a dark theater watching the show with popcorn, and then all of a sudden this motherfucker comes up and starts saying, hey, where's this ain't about no baby daddy.
What baby daddy is this?
This is when you get up and go back to the booth and say, hey, I thought this was a movie about
I want my money back. Yeah, I want my money back. For the popcorn, it's $25 a box these days.
Oh, Lord have mercy. You talk about it be a shooting.
Yeah, it would be. It would be. We'd be lined up like
night, everybody.
Ducks.
Well, y'all top out. Tell me what you got to say before I shut it down.
All right. Well, good night. It was great seeing you guys.
Yeah, good seeing you too, Randy.
Join me tomorrow. I'll have live. I've already got my notes ready for the next live tomorrow. I'm going to bring you the story pertaining to Moab. The update with them.
Yeah. Okay. That'll be good. I'll look forward to that. Yeah. Y'all have a good night.
Okay.
Chat. Y'all have a good night. Mods have a good night, and see you later on.
Oh, thank you, Dixie. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Randy.
Thank you, Queen, for having me up.
Anytime,
appreciate it.
All right. You all thank you so much for the laughs. I appreciate it.
It was nice. That was fun.
Now, honey, don't go in the nursing home.
Step away from the nursing home. Yeah, okay. I got you. You read me.
I do have some handcuffs.
Your softest nightgown and hoodies.
Oh, stop.
Security going, ma'am, it's not business hours, ma'am.
Complicated order. Yep, I hear you.
I do have some handcuffs if you all need to borrow.
Oh my goodness! Randy's she's a twisted sister. You need to be worrying about, not me.
Oh my God! I want to take a shower, and I'm afraid I'll slide and hit my head after listening to this damn live.
It's the truth.
Calm down.
Okay, baby down.
I'm telling you, after this live, I need 3 handrails.
I know. I'm gonna go fix me a margarita. Yeah, margarita time. All right, you ladies take care and a big old good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Oh Lord. Thank you all so much for joining me. Oh goodness. If you'd like to donate to the channel, $BeganG129 Cash App. This is a live that accept super chats as well. Thank you all so much for the super chats, the gifts, and the donations, and following the content. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you, new subs. This was a very interesting live. It kind of went to another department, but that's to be expected when we go live. So if you need to go back into this live from the beginning to get the said commentary pertaining to the subject matter, you will have to start this live at the beginning, because somewhere down the road, Dorothy got lost on the yellow brick road. But I thank you all for following the content. I will be bringing you an update pertaining to the Moab murders. There is some information of a possible suspects, and Court TV will be the source. If you need verification for the information, please go to my community page and check out the said stories that I've uploaded. I thank you all so much for following me. And yes, the movie of the week is Rental. I probably will bring you another movie by Friday for a double feature to watch this weekend for those of you who will be just sitting around the house chilling. Thank you all so much for joining me, and thank you all mods. Oh, the Cash App, $Big Angie 129. It's in the description of this video and all my videos. And please check out my other content. I'm probably sitting on at least 2,000 videos. I've been on here a few years, so I have all type of various subject matters pertaining to, breaking news and various topics. And thank you. This evening's topic was just information pertaining to deadbeat men, baby daddies. Tomorrow, there'll probably be 2 lives. I'll do one early, and then I'll do one later on in the evening, because there's a lot of topics I want to break up, because I need to get a crime vault live in. And that one will probably be pertaining to Chillicothe, the women of Chillicothe, and the women of Jennings, Louisiana. They're called Jennings 8. That documentary is airing on Showtime as I speak. Murder in the Bayou. Please check it out. And Chillicothe is pertaining to upstate. Some women went missing, discarded like trash in ravines and waterways. I believe it's Ohio, if I'm not mistaken. And I'd like to bring that content to you guys too before the weekend. So thank you for joining me. You all be safe. God bless all of you. This is Everyday Shenanigans.